Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy new week. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week so far. Hello, Telcontar, Neptune, Sean, Fur, Caledonia Studios, Exist, James. I'll try to get a win at your home track. Melissa, Moneymaker, Blue Cheese, PH, Brewer Boys here, Clifford, Clemson Tiger, I believe that's a football team, ain't it? That's like a college football team, I think. Sean Sinclair's here, Commander's here. Hi, Commander. Alex the Tall. Alex claims he's tall, but is he actually tall? What's your height? Hi, Braden on TikTok, and Goofy Band Man as well. Welcome on in. Do you know Taylor Reimer? Isn't that like Corey Haim's girlfriend? I think she's an ARCA driver too, I think. Pitman's here. Oh my goodness. Commander just gifted 5 memberships right off the bat. My man. Thank you so much, Commander. Brewer Boy got one. Tristan got one. Brian, Kyle, and Jade all got one. Hello, Jamari. Thank you so much, Commander. Oh, my dad says don't forget him. Hello, Dad, as well. Chad, I got an idea about my dad, actually. Hold on, I'll get on camera, and we'll talk about it here momentarily. But I put out a video today, and it's going to be related to this video. I put out a video today about NASCAR 26 career mode. Oh, you changed it from because I always said smell or something right like that, didn't I? Luke196. Hello, Fernando. I'm not finishing 40th. Is Fernando Fur? He must be on the TikTok chat. Hello, Ariana Grande fan as well. PC lobbies, no PC lobbies tonight, but we will have PC lobbies on Wednesday. So tomorrow. This thing keeps falling off my microphone. Hold on. Let me get on camera. This thing here keeps falling off. Okay, there we go. Stayed. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday, like I said. We are live for the first time this week, and we're doing a 100% race at Iowa today. Usually we do 100% on Thursday, but this Thursday we got a different plan. I'm doing my rare joining Clable on Roblox backstretch battles this Thursday, so we're going to be doing that. And then we were going to do a community review of clips tonight. I'm going to put that back to next week now because we're going to do that tonight. Or we were going to do it originally Monday, and then I was like, oh, we'll just do it Tuesday, but now we're doing it next week. We're going to do it next week. I didn't stream last night. We had a lot going on yesterday. So you're 6'4". Okay. Alex the Tall is in fact tall. Why is it 52 then and not like a 64? My dad says I should get an elastic. It's a good idea. You're making a game? Why is everyone making a game? Hello, Liam. Is it one of those AI games on like hello Toilet as well. Jim Bob's here. What's up, Jim Bob? What is everyone using to make these NASCAR games? Is it Claude or something? Like, are y'all using Claude and making these like all these text-based AI games? I don't have a problem with them. I mean, if they're fun to play, they're fun to play, you know? But is that what y'all are using? Oh, my controller's all the way over there. And you sent leaks? I don't remember this. Are you doing online? Not tonight, Easton, no. Was Clable offended by my photos? I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. Hello, Code Guru as well. Blue cheese, I would make sure that's not a scam. I highly recommend making sure that's not a scammer. But, oh, it was 3 nights ago. Is probably why I was lacking on development. Well, always send it to me. Send it to me in my DMs or something. Yeah, I do got Facebook. It's a brand new Facebook. All for my reels. What's up, Kobe? Are you ever gonna do a long online race for Xbox? TBD. To be determined. Did you guys, by chance, see my video today of NASCAR 26 career mode? I want to talk about an idea about it in a moment. But what's up, Lax the Gamer? Nice to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. Super glue. I don't know if I'd want to glue this though. I don't know if I'd want to glue that onto the mic. Who do I got winning Iowa this weekend? I'm going Penske. Give me Penske, Ryan Blaney maybe. Or a Bell, or even a Priest could be good. What's up, Joshua? Chad, are we going to get view botted tonight, I wonder? Hopefully not. Hopefully a new week means no more view botting. That'd be nice. But I put out a NASCAR 26 career mode video today, and it was all about basically my plans for NASCAR 26 career mode mostly. Also talking about a few things that I am disappointed that don't appear to be in the career mode for NASCAR 26, such as like, obviously we're not going to, it does not look like we're going to be able to race for real teams in NASCAR 26 career mode. But I had an idea, and I talked about it in my video. My dad's watching right now, so it's a great time to bring it up. Hi, Hudson. Wizard as well. How you doing? So I'm going to really lean into, in NASCAR 26 career mode, the actual team owner aspect of the game and really like emphasizing the storyline that we're building. And I wanted to do something along the lines of like, we start in ARCA as a family-owned team, and it'd be my dad like owning the team, and then I'm driving for it. So what I want to do is I want to get my dad to record voice lines that we can use in the career mode and throughout the career mode and whatnot. So it's like he's part of the career mode. We'll even have a Going Dad lore, you know, something along those lines. That's the idea so far. You used to come into my stream and try to roleplay. Oh, is that you, Clemson Tiger? Just play championship mode if you want to race for real teams. You should be able to race for real teams in career mode, though. Racing for real teams is a basic career mode feature. 95% of drivers in NASCAR don't own a team. It's probably a higher number than 95%. So, you know, it's like most drivers dream of, you know, racing for Hendrick Motorsports or something like that. And we can't even do that. What's my dad texting me here? He's saying, he doesn't want me to be his driver for his team in the career mode already. He said he'd rather have Larson. That's fair. If you need a crew chief, hit me up. We're gonna really be leaning into more of the storylines, Wizard, and like radio chatter, stuff like that in NASCAR 26 career mode. So in the video, I also talked about how we're gonna kind of slow things down because it doesn't seem like NASCAR 26 is going to be a big overhaul of career mode. It really just seems like they've only added a few things. So it's probably not going to be a whole lot different. Therefore, I'm going to really slow the career mode down for NASCAR 26 and let it breathe more instead of rushing through ARCA, Trucks, and O'Reilly in like a month and a half, which is what we did for NASCAR 25. So that's kind of the idea now. So slow it down, really put more focus on the story, like actually build a proper story and have the time to actually do it, not have to just be, you know, pushing through everything really fast. That's kind of the idea. Also, before we jump in here, Friday, they are doing in the NASCAR Discord, hold on, Mr. Bad Guy with the 5 months. Thank you so much, Mr. Bad Guy, nearly half a year. I don't know if I should feel bad for buying NASCAR 26 if it isn't much of an improvement. I would not feel bad. Like I said, I mean, the important thing is to wait until there's actual gameplay and stuff from creators or anybody for that matter. That's, you know, I'll just wait. I don't recommend pre-ordering any game until there's actual gameplay out. Obviously, you're not talking about pre-ordering, but I know some people are going to pre-order. But I would wait. I would wait. But Discord, in the NASCAR Discord on Friday, there is going to be a NASCAR 26 Q&A hosted by Jeff Favignano. Matt Lewis is going to be there. And I'm going to put out a video as soon as possible kind of covering everything that they talk about for NASCAR 26. So you guys, if you miss it or if you just want a summary, you'll get that on this channel. Hopefully, oh God, that's also the same night as Stream Cars. So hopefully it'll come out. It'll come out as soon as it can possibly be out. I can tell you that. What's up, Dev the Dude, man? Jax Nass and Jackson Stevens. Hello to you guys. I'm doing good. How are you? Do a clash at like Bristol? I would like to do something like that. Or why not Daytona? Because Daytona is now the Clash. You're going to be in Iowa? You'll miss it, so I'll watch that video on like Monday. Sounds like a plan. Let's dive in to some NASCAR 25, shall we? How was your guys' weekend? What did you guys do for the off weekend for NASCAR? We didn't have any NASCAR, unfortunately. We didn't have any Formula One. We didn't have any IndyCar. But we did have Supercars in Australia at Perth. That was fun to watch. I had a good time watching that. I missed one of the races because it was on at like 5 in the morning, but I saw the other two. And then I watched the 6 hours of Road America with IMSA. That was one heck of a race, actually. That was a pretty spicy one. A lot of drama. Let's race this car right here. Hello, Damien. You were bored since there was no racing? You met Denny Hamlin? Since you banned me from your Discord, what did you do to get banned, Furfur? What did Furfur do to get banned from the Discord? I heard he got banned, and then I was going to ask what happened because I was going to review it, and then I forgot. What did Furfur do to get banned from the Discord? Like what did he broke rule 1? What's rule 1 of our Discord? Hold on. I don't even know rule 1. Rule number 1. Oh, yeah, no, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. IMSA was as chaotic as the average Formula E race. True. Very true. Formula E puts on a show. I like Formula E. All right, we're going to run automatic transmission because Iowa is just long enough to where it will be a disadvantage. We're going to run 104 AI because Iowa is a shorter track. As you guys know, the AI are just always more difficult. So we will keep it at 104. Everything else should be good. Zenith, hello Zenith. And he just gifted a membership as well. What a lad. Thank you so much, Zenith. SVG 97 KFB forever got it. You never watched a F1 race? I recommend watching. Highly recommend it. I saw Teleport Chair is going to be in Formula E next year. I did see that. We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does. Be interesting. I think Teleport Chair is a pretty solid driver, so I think he'll fare all right. I should play it on Thursday. Before I look at your DM of the game, describe your game again to me, Luke. Describe. What is this game? Is it a text-based game? Is it an AI game? Or what? What kind of game are we talking about? Out of curiosity. Practice is underway as teams prepare for the race.
Pull them belts tight and let's get out there. Let us know what the car needs.
15 PSI. Okay, let's just get out. Let's run a few laps of practice here.
Okay, fill out the balance and bring it in for an adjustment if you need to.
Lation, I remember that PH. Yes, the Lation crew chief. Yeah, I wonder what he's up to. Just for fun, racing online for private leagues, you only have Bowman Gray. Is it a Roblox game? Oh, is it a Roblox game? If it's a Roblox game, I'll have to... It is a Roblox game. I'll have to tell Clable about it, and then we'll figure out a plan. But most of Thursday night will be, of course, backstretch battles and whatnot. So the plan for streams this week is, obviously, tonight we're doing this. Wednesday, we have no Creator Series again tomorrow. No Creator Series tomorrow again. It's the last off week before the final couple of races. And then, so tomorrow night, we're doing NASCAR 25 PC lobbies with Clable. Shout out to Clable, by the way. He just reached 5,000 subscribers. Can we get a W, Clable? Congratulations to Clable on that. And then Thursday night, we will be doing Roblox backstretch battles with Clable again. So 2 nights in a row of having to deal with Clable. Actually, I guess 3 nights in a row, because on Friday, we'll then be doing Stream Car at Indianapolis with the Cup car. Obviously, we had a heartbreaking loss in Stream Car on last Friday because of the game bug that we had to deal with. And then finally on Saturday, we will be doing the Nitro IndyCar League again at an oval of Gateway, which I'm looking forward to. All right, that's enough practice. So yes, I already answered your question then, Jack's Mess. Yeah, we will be streaming tomorrow. Can I blame Joey Logano? Of course you can blame Joey Logano.
How are you feeling so far?
What's up, Roy? How are you? Are you going to make any more BeamNG videos? Yes. I'm hoping, what is today, Tuesday? I might have one going out this week. So for video, we talked about the stream plan. For videos, we have tomorrow is NASCAR. Oh, I need to turn the AI up to 105. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. Oh, yeah, we need to. Okay, hold on. We got to back up. We got to turn the AI back up. I didn't think it'd be that slow. So tomorrow is going to be NASCAR 25 career mode episode. And then on Thursday, TBD. Not sure what I'm going to put out on Thursday, but I know what I'm going to put out on Friday. Friday is the day where we're going to put out the NASCAR 26 Q&A, basically summary video. And then, well, maybe I could do a BeamNG video on Thursday. That's not a bad idea. An IndyCar. Wait, did Cashinero actually get started on an IndyCar? I wasn't around at all. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob, for your kindness. Very kind of you. How are you? Nice to see you. Appreciate your generosity. But did Cashinero actually start on an IndyCar? Okay. I wasn't around yesterday. I was completely out of the loop yesterday. I wasn't really paying attention to anything with Discord very much. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to check Discord before we qualify. Let's at least hop in the car. I know Cashinero was looking into it. Yeah, and he was looking to Oppie for some help. So I guess maybe, chat. Nothing confirmed, but we might maybe have a paint scheme for the IndyCar soon enough. And I know that Page Designs is also in the middle of making a next level racing paint scheme for our number 87 in iRacing.
You done staring at the dash?
What's up, Chris? I hope so too, Turner. Well, it's weird because it's like, I guess we lagged out, but we didn't actually lag out because it was a bug that causes it. But Your pick to win Iowa? I'm going with Penske or Bell. So either Blaney, Logano, or Bell. And maybe don't count out Ryan Preece. Yes, I did turn up the difficulty. If SVG were to do F1, he'd be horrible.
Give us something special.
He's too old, and he wouldn't be able to learn the way F1 is in a decent amount of time. Check the newest career mode chat message. All right, remind me in like, hold on, I'll pull it up. But oh, I see. It's Kermit the Frog.
Okay, this lap counts, driver.
All right, let's qualify. You think Keselowski, and wasn't Brad in position to win this race last year? And I felt like just something happened. Something happened that set him back. Or, oh, because Byron won on fuel mileage. That's right. Byron won on fuel mileage.
Okay, shut her down.
16th.
Good effort out there.
Do you like Carson Hocevar? I like him as a person. I don't like him as a race car driver. He just doesn't drive how I like. Thomas, what's going on? IndyCar at Portland. I'm so bad at predicting IndyCar because I'm just not like knowledged enough. But I'm gonna go with. Do I go with the obvious of Alex Palou, or do I go with I don't know, Kyle Kirkwood or something like that? This is where we need Cashinero back to be able to inform us here. I'm just gonna go with Alex Palou. I did see the new IndyCar reveal. I saw someone's already made a mod for the new IndyCar on Assetto Corsa, by the way. I'm not going to get it yet because they don't even have paint schemes on it, so I'm not going to bother with it yet. But Spencer Boyce, what's going on? How are you? My favorite Cup driver, I got a few. I don't cheer for just one driver anymore. I can't. I got Larson, I got Suarez, I got Hamlin. Those are my boys. And then those are the main three, and then I got like a subcategory right below that three of like 4th and 5th, which is SVG and Zilich, and then 6 on down is just, you know, a pool of drivers that are like, whatever. Pato Award. I don't mind Pato Award. I'm very neutral. Very neutral on Pato. How do you like to drive this track? I like Iowa. Iowa's a really unique track. It's not a short track, but it's not an intermediate either. It's a very unique racetrack. And at least in NASCAR 25, at least, I just like, you can kind of move around.
Here we go. Start it up.
Test the waters. I'm not sure.
Let's go with
15 PSI might be a little bit too low because of the fact that, like, in the sense of it might be a little bit too fast. So I'm going to put it at 20 for now. And then wedge, we got that at 46.5. Formula, oh God, that one, Dello, I have no idea. I've only watched one Formula E race in the last 10 years, which was like a few weeks ago, and it was a great race. But I don't even know who's leading the championship. I am planning to get back into Formula E next season with the new car, because the new car is really cool.
Time to go. Good luck out there.
Iowa, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7. I like Eric Jones, yes. Eric Jones is cool. We'll just look at him when we're going to play the game, Luke. All right, let's go. Let's get ready to race. What Jolly Rancher flavor is your favorite? I haven't had Jolly Ranchers since like 2015 probably. So I couldn't even tell you what the flavors are.
One inside.
I think Lowe's will be part of it somehow, Roy. I don't think Lowe's will be like the main sponsor, but I'm sure they'll be like a associate sponsor. Their logo, I'm sure, will be on the car. I would have to think that will be a thing. My thoughts on Riley Herbst. I think Riley Herbst is overhated. Overhated for sure. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. He's actually significantly improved this season in his second season of Cup Series action. Yeah, I mean, he's still at his moments that haven't looked great. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's certainly overhated. I would say Ty Gibbs. I mean, I've grown on Ty Gibbs, but I'm still not a big fan of Ty Gibbs. It's just going to take a little bit before I really grow on him. What's up, Billy? How do we feel about Lewis Hamilton's championship chances? 0.
One bottom.
If the season plays out like it should, Kimi Antonelli is going to win the championship. I'm really
You're all
loose. Oh, look at that. My sister's in the TikTok chat. I see her over there. Thank you. Thank you for that. My, some personal, or I get not news for me, but family news. My mom actually had a mini stroke yesterday. She was in the hospital. I think I got a call.
One low.
Jeff says hi. Hi, Dylan Gooden. And hi, Jeff Fabiana. I got a call at about 12 p.m. yesterday that my mom was in the hospital for my sister.
One low.
And they were in the hospital from around that time, and they didn't get out of the hospital till 5 a.m. this morning. It took them that long to literally just to figure out what was the problem. I should have stuck with the 15 psi. We are dropping, but fortunately my mom is doing good, so we're all good there. She's doing good.
Outside.
I should have definitely stuck with 15 psi, boys. We are going to drop like a rock in this opening stage, aren't we?
Inside now.
Thoughts on Priest making the chase? He's got some good tracks coming up, like this one right here. He's got Iowa. He's got New
Clear
Hampshire.
inside.
He's got Richmond. How many points out is he again? Can someone remind me of the gap?
One high.
Restart the race and change it. If we got 350 laps. If we drop back to dead last, it's okay. We got 350 laps. We can, as soon as we get a pit stop, we'll adjust it. We are, oh my God, 107 laps of fuel, so we don't actually have to pit in stage 1. Okay, we're just gonna have to. If there's no caution, we actually might be at risk of going maybe 1 lap down. How you doing, Trey? Nice to see you.
Clear
Welcome
high.
on in. Hope you're having a
Outside.
nice evening. I like it. I like the new IndyCar. I mean, it looks okay. It's nothing crazy.
Stay low.
You know, it doesn't feel like some big standout overhaul, but it's still a nice looking race car.
Clear high.
The Braden Bunch, welcome on in. How are you?
Inside now.
Well, we're using the Mozza FSR. Yes, it is a Formula style rim. I'm in the wall.
Inside.
Now, I didn't hit the wall because I'm on a Formula 1 rim.
Clear bottom.
I hit the wall because I have
Car high.
made a mistake with my tire pressures, and
Clear
we are
high if you
tight
want it.
as molasses out here. 38 points. 38 point. I mean, you can make 38
Inside down.
points up in one race. I mean, if Priest has a really good race, 38 points is not that hard to make up. Remember, I remember that when that person tried to dox us, yes, jokingly tried to dox us in the Discord. That was certainly a choice.
Stay high.
Cindric is going to be, I mean,
Inside.
Penske, the thing is for Cindric, Penske has some tracks coming up
Clear low.
where their cars specifically are really, really good at, which I think is what's going to kind of be the help for Cindric trying to maintain that final spot. I am on PC, yes. Mozza's good. The thing about Mozza is it's a little bit expensive because it's like all direct drive stuff. So you're going to be paying a bit more money. The only reason I could afford to do Mozza was because I can
Inside door.
I can do it as a tax
Outside
write-off
down.
because of the YouTube stuff. Otherwise, if I could have done that, no shot I would have been able to make the purchase. But
One low. One inside.
man, we are
Top.
slow.
Still there.
I agree, Joshua. That the new IndyCar. The first thing that stood
Clear
out
all
to
around.
me There it is. There it is, the first one. Formula Rim is crazy. It's always on TikTok. It's always on TikTok. But the first thing that stood out to me about the new IndyCar was the front wing reminded me so much of the 2022 regulation F1 car. Oh, we desperately need adjustments. I definitely underestimated the challenge here. So we just have to hang on until we get a caution. We'll be all right. Once we get a caution, we'll pit. Hopefully we don't lose a lap. But yeah, we just need to hang on until that yellow.
Stay low.
Hopefully maybe as the long run kind of kicks in, we'll kind of balance out and start going forward again. Because we always have better long run pace. I have not seen the F1 YouTuber that has made custom tracks. Who is it? Oh, I got loose. Now I got loose. Wait, why is Ty Gibbs back here? What is Ty Gibbs doing back here? That's weird. My Mozo wheel does not work actually on Xbox. It's only compatible on PC. Which is why anytime we're on Xbox, I'm always on controller. Are you going to play NASCAR 27 on Roblox? I didn't know that was a thing.
Outside. Clear up top. One on the bottom.
I'm about to get passed by Cody Ware, people. What are we doing? I would love a spectator mode, Chris. I would love it. There is a layup feature that NASCAR games are missing, and they just haven't done it since like 2003. It's hard to believe. But if they could just add an NR 2003 option where we can spectate AI races, that is a layup feature that no one seems to ever want to do, and I don't think that would take very much to implement that either. And it's I think a lot of people would love it. It would literally open up an entire new series on my channel. So obviously I'm biased, but you know, you'd be able to kind of have your simulated races. Of course, it would be kind of lacking compared to NR 2003 because you can mod the heck out of that game. But favorite NASCAR 26 features so far? Dynamic tracks for sure. Everything that all the features that they have mentioned so far, like none of them really, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. But the dynamic tracks, that's the only one that's gotten me like hyped. All the other stuff, I'm like, yeah, they're cool to have. But the dynamic tracks is the one that has me excited, as long as it's done right, you know? And I am just hanging on here. Need a caution to get some adjustments. The training feature, I'm mainly just curious to see how that training feature is actually implemented in career mode. Because like I said before, it's cool, but if you know what you're doing, you're not going to need it unless they actually put some incentive into it for an experienced player to actually use it in career mode. My dream car, I really like I think it's 2018, if I remember correctly, 2018 Hyundai Veloster. I love that car.
Clear high, you want it.
Man, we are just bleeding time right now, trying to get a yellow here. I'm not going to intentionally bring out a yellow, but lower accurate RCR. Once we get a little bit of tire pressures built in, we'll be all right. I thought, well, we qualified pretty good, so I was like, oh yeah, we definitely need to. Usually if you qualify better than 20th, you keep that setup, you're probably going to be too fast, but clearly not the case here. We might go a lap down. So then we'd be racing for the free pass. And this is going to turn into a whole new challenge. It's going to be an interesting race. That's for sure. My O'Reilly pick, Allgaier. Allgaier for sure.
Outside door. All clear.
Oh, NASCAR 27 is the name of the game. I see. I see. There's this new Tornado game coming out on Roblox soon that I am wanting to play. I forget what it's called. Is it Severity or is that an existing one already? I can't remember. That might already exist. There's a new one coming out though that looks so good. I don't really play Roblox because that's just not for me, but Clayble, I know, has been doing Roblox like every week, and I told him I'd join him at some time for some backstretch battles, so I figured we'd do it this week. No, not Twisted. Twisted's old. That's been around for quite a while.
One low.
I actually watched Jeff Fabiano stream some Twisted, or was it? I think he streamed it. I know I've watched him play it.
Stay high.
That's the only one I've watched play that, but I've seen. No, that's not true, because I'm thinking there's another Storm chasing like Roblox YouTuber that I've watched play it as well.
Stay high.
We're gonna be down to dead last here in Iowa, boys. We need a caution.
Outside now.
Give me my yellow, please.
Clear high.
It is called Severity? Okay. And they have like really, really realistic looking tornadoes. When I first saw it on Twitter, I was like, oh, look at that tornado. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's a game. That's Roblox. I was like, what? I thought it was an actual picture of a tornado at like first glance. And I'm like, what in the world? Man, we are just getting absolutely pummeled here. We need that yellow, and we need it fast. I'm trying to look at, okay, where am I closing in on Ryan Blaney? And there's about a second and a half of time where I'm actually reeling him in. That's about it. Right here on the very exit, but then it's when you get actually off the corner, I start losing again. So you're gaining time for about a second, and you're losing time for about the other 22 and a half seconds. Right now we are, I mean, heck, we're about 3/10 off. Yeah, we're about 3/10 off the leader's pace right now, which isn't massive, but when you do it every lap, and then now I hit the wall. Caution, please. Please. We're halfway through stage one. We're definitely going to go a lap down. And we got to hope that we can kind of hold these leaders up, because I want to be the free pass. Well, that works too.
Caution's out.
Yes. We got a caution. Thank you, Michael McDowell. All right, no one else is going to pit other than the obvious, the 71. So we are going to have two advantages now, because we are going to pit. We're going to take tires. So we've already got an advantage by taking tires, but we're also going to drop those tire pressures down. That is going to be hilarious if we end up winning the stage.
10-4. All right, get up on the wall and be ready.
The top 9 are technically title contenders coming into the season finale. Jeez. Shift to 4th. Well, the problem is I'm on automatic.
Coming to the green.
I'm not on manual, because on these tracks here, if you're on manual,
Be ready.
you get absolutely pummeled by the AI on the restarts.
Green, green.
So yeah, we're just on automatic. So I can't, unfortunately, I can't shift to 4th if I want to, because I would be shifting to 4th if I was on manual, but
Stay low. Outside now.
you hope NASCAR 26 has more realistic damage. I'd like to just see the
Still
the
there.
damage visually kind of overhauled. I think that would be
Outside
kind of,
door.
that's what I would like to see, more of a visual overhaul of the damage. I wish there was an option for us to DNF as a player, but
outside.
Don't be surprised if that comes in the next game or something like NASCAR 27, but
Clear
at least
outside.
the AI can DNF
Outside.
now. Yeah, and I mean, they always like start you in
Outside.
first gear, right at the tip of first gear. Then you have to shift to second immediately. But even when you still shift to second immediately, it just doesn't do anything.
Car high.
This car feels so much better. We still have a little leeway for adjustments as well. We
Clear up top.
can drop the wedge down a bit more if we need to, because we're at, what is it, 46 or 46.5 right now? Now, who do you guys think? You guys kept asking me who I think is going to win Iowa. Who do you guys think is going to win at Iowa? We got, do we have IndyCar as well, I believe, right? At Portland, you guys were saying earlier, someone said it earlier. We have Portland with IndyCar. I don't really expect a very good race there, but I'll tune in if it's on at a decent time.
Outside.
Larson, Blaney, Bubba. I'm leaning towards Tel Contar's choice.
Stay low.
Blanket.
Clear outside. High side.
Kirkwood will win Portland. Who won Portland last time in IndyCar?
Stay low. Clear high. One high. You're all clear. Outside now.
All right, we're moving forward here. Are you excited for NASCAR 26? I am
Outside now.
hesitantly excited. I said the exact same thing for NASCAR 25, and I say it again for NASCAR 26. I'm hesitantly excited.
Stay low.
Speaking of new games, you guys see the new game that came out today? I forget what it's called. It's about walking. Literally, it's a game about walking with your
Clear
friends.
high.
Is it called The Big Walk, maybe?
Outside.
The Big Walk? That sounds maybe about right.
Clear outside.
I know my friend Austin got it. I might get it as well.
Outside now.
The Open Byron goes back to back. I feel like
Stay low.
Iowa's usually not a
Outside.
great track
Clear.
historically for Hendrick. I know Byron won last year, but I feel like Iowa, you don't really look at Hendrick very often as
Outside.
like the team that's going to show up and be the team to beat. And obviously
Far
it's been an
outside.
off year for them and Chevrolet. So I feel like the odds of Hendrick showing up this weekend are even lower than normal.
low. Clear all around.
More randomness in NASCAR 26? Yes, yes. I preach that in every single video I've made about NASCAR 26. I'm please more variety in the AI. That's all I'm asking. Please.
Car
The
high.
spring chicken. I've never heard someone call him that, but that's
Clear
funny.
high. You want it?
And it makes sense. You think Bowman is washed? I wouldn't call him washed. I think he's just a victim of poor circumstances. I mean, I guess technically you could call him washed, but
20 to go.
the
this
new
time.
feature, Hunter, the new feature I liked the most
Outside
was the dynamic tracks for sure.
Clear outside.
I still believe in Hendrick too, but they're running out of time. We'll find out. You know, we'll know what Hendrick has. I mean, you'd think they'd start showing it by now if they had anything to show, because they need the best spots possible to start the chase. But we'll really know come Darlington. We'll know come Darlington
Clear outside.
what Hendrick really
Outside
does
door.
have for the chase, you know? Don't be surprised. Everyone's going to step up for the chase. Don't get me wrong. All teams are going to step up, but it's just what teams are going to step up more than the others. And Hendrick could be that
Hold your
team.
line.
You know, Kyle Larson's had a horrible month.
Clear
He's had a
high.
lot of bad luck the last
Outside.
month. I mean, he had a car capable of winning Indianapolis, and then he had a tire go down. North Wilkesboro, he had a really fast car, had that incident
Clear
in the
high.
pit lane. Eventually they got it fixed and he was flying, but he was trapped a lap down. And he still got a pretty
Going low.
respectable result for the situation. Atlanta, he was running good, then he made a dumb mistake on his own there. Chicagoland, he was running good, then he self-spun.
Car still there.
So,
Inside
you
now.
know, stuff like that's not bad luck, but Wilkesboro and Indy certainly some
Inside.
is just some bad luck on his side there. But
Clear outside.
I'm still not giving up on Larson. I still feel like if anyone at Hendrick's gonna go pop off, it's gonna be him, or also Chase Elliott is definitely capable of doing it as well. But I don't think Byron's just, whatever they've done, the 24 team hasn't clicked this year. I just don't think they're gonna be able to do it. Hard for Menard, how are you? Nice to see you.
Outside now.
Hope you're having a good night. If Larson becomes 2011 Tony Stewart, you'll be upset. I think that would be awesome. I would love that. But I'm a Larson fan, so, you know, I'm biased. But
Stay low.
you think Logano, I mean, don't rule out Joey Logano. I mean, I know they keep saying you got to be top 6 in the points to realistically be a threat for the championship. I still don't buy that. You know, I mean, what's the difference between 6th and 10th in the standings, for example? What is that? 5, 10, 20 points? 20 points? 10th place could just as easily win the championship as 6th place winning the championship, for example. So, you know, don't rule out a Logano. Don't rule out anyone that's around 10th place. I'm not buying into the concept of you got to be top 6. What's up, Avantar? You got scammed? It's not a good name. How'd you get scammed? It'll be about 7 p.m., Luke. What about Ty Gibbs? Ty Gibbs is a championship threat. Ty Gibbs is very much a championship threat this year. Someone on Discord. Oh, did they get hacked or something? Did they send you like a link?
Car outside. Clear outside. Outside.
You didn't lose any money, did you? To a brighter future. Hello to you. Shane Van Gisbergen. Oh, he's going to shut that door. We've kind of flatlined here. Took $200. Jeez. What in the world were they selling you? What were they trying to get you for? Like, what was the selling point? Is Hocevar a championship threat? No. Mainly, I mean, is the speed there? I mean, you could argue the speed is there, but not the racecraft. You have to have racecraft as well to be a champion. He will be capable at some point. That's not even an argument. But this year, when you have as many enemies as Carson Hocevar has,
Stay low.
the chase, the run to the championship is where you find out that you've made enemies, and he's made a lot of enemies. So this year, I don't think he's going to be a threat simply because of that.
Inside. Clear bottom. Clear all around.
Finally, clear there. Is Byron a championship threat? No, I don't think so. Not this year.
One on the bottom. Clear inside.
I'd believe a Larson or an Elliott, but not Byron this year. Friend of yours got hacked? Oh, I see. I see. Would Lewis Hamilton win a road course if he decided to do a one-off in NASCAR? I don't think so.
Clear inside.
Lewis Hamilton, I don't think would be that great in NASCAR, simply because he's one of those drivers that has specifically been open wheel only, you know? If you're going to be successful in a NASCAR race, you got to be, you know, have a much more diverse resume than just only open wheel. Like a Max Verstappen would come into NASCAR, and he would do a road race, and he would do great. I mean, Lewis wouldn't do bad, don't get me wrong. He wouldn't run bad, but he'd run top 20. Yeah, kind of like K-Mag. He'd be like a K-Mag. I would see he'd probably do a little bit better than a K-Mag, but like he'd do all right, but he isn't going to be like Shane Van Gisbergen, who's going to go up there and fight for the
Clear low if you want it.
fight for the win, you know? Whereas a Max Verstappen, you know, he gets out and he does GT racing and stuff like that. That kind of stuff's going to adapt way better to NASCAR than Formula One. So I would think if Verstappen did it, he'd be up there in the top 10, maybe even top 5. But Lewis, I think, would really be kind of, yeah, maybe a little bit better than K-Mag. And that's not to discredit his driving ability whatsoever. Would Norris be good? I don't think so. No, I don't think Norris would be. I think that'd be kind of in the same category as Lewis and Kevin Magnussen. Now, if you go back 15 years, we're having a different conversation.
2 to go now.
You know, F1 guys could come in 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and they would probably be winning races. But now, NASCAR drivers, to be a good NASCAR driver, you also got to be a good road course racer. So, the drivers are just way better now at road course racing than they were 15 years ago.
One more time.
All right, one lap to go on the stage. I'm a little bit worried by the fact that we've only climbed to 17th with a tire advantage. I am going to loosen up the car. Oh, I got in the wall. I'm going to loosen up the car a little bit more here. But we might be in for one of those nights that just don't do very well for us here. Ryan Blaney wins stage number 1. We get 17th. We got some work to do. F1 and Indy are very different than stock car. Exactly. Who do you think would be the new road course master when SVG retires? Connor. Easily Connor Zilic. Once Connor's comfortable in the Cup car, on the road courses as well. I mean, you saw glimpses of it in San Diego. Sonoma, he was a little bit off.
Change this strategy up.
All right, we're going to go down to just 46.0 here on the wedge. I don't want to take too much of a
Get up on the wall
swing
now.
at it.
We're coming.
Brent Cruz, that's a good one. Yeah, watch out for Brent Cruz. I think Connor Zilic and Brent Cruz are definitely the future of road course racing inside of the sport. Easily. You think Kyle Busch will get recognition in NASCAR 26? I don't know. It seems like from the screenshots it's Austin Hill in the car. But if they plan on honoring him in some other way, I think someone brought up, I think it was in the chat last week, someone brought up a cool idea of putting the number 8 in the infield grass on the tracks. I don't know if that's something they could do or not still, like with how much time before the game comes out. But that, I think, would be a really nice way to honor Kyle Busch. I think that would be cool. Briscoe's underrated on the road courses too, yeah, and so is Corey Heim, I agree. Do you think instead of the F1 drivers going to F1, they would go to NASCAR? Wait, what? Oh, do you think instead of any of the F1 drivers going to F1, they would go to NASCAR instead of? If so, what driver do you see making that lead to full-time NASCAR? Do you mean like a Formula 2 prospect or something going NASCAR instead? Kind of like a Connor Zilic was Connor Zilic had literally nothing to do with NASCAR until just a few years ago, and then he made a pivot towards NASCAR? Or do you mean like literally an F1 driver just going full-time NASCAR?
Go. Inside.
I don't think anyone really on the current grid in F1 would make really any sense at all. But if I had to choose one, I know one F1 driver that has actually talked about an interest in driving a NASCAR car, and that is Oscar Piastri. And I think that'd be really cool to see him get behind the wheel of a Cup car. He's driven a supercar.
Clear outside.
Not in an actual race, but I know he's test driven it.
Carlo.
I'm sure he grew up around supercars, being Australian, of course, but.
Clear. Outside.
Whoa, we're loose. Yeah, Ricciardo, I was always surprised Daniel Ricciardo hasn't ever bothered to try out any NASCAR at all. I think he would be really fun to have in the sport.
Clear outside.
Do you think that'll ever happen? Probably not, no. No. Yeah, Ricciardo would be cool. But I think Daniel's too far out of racing anything now that he just
You're all clear.
he would not be competitive no matter what at this point. I think he's completely moved on from the idea of racing. I get it. He kind of, you know, he had a horrific kind of ending in Formula One from all the struggles he had. Like Lex says, he had a lot of struggles with McLaren and, you know, got dropped, came back, you know, got with V-Carb, and then, you know, kind of really got the short end of the stick there. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure he probably doesn't really seem to have the mindset of wanting to get back into a race car. And I would not blame him.
Amazing lap, driver.
I think I just need to brake more on the entry. Oh yeah, the AI are super competitive today. The shorter the track, the harder the AI are. For whatever reason, that's the way it is in this game. And 104 looked a little bit too easy because we were 4th on the board in practice, but then we go to 105 and it is a challenge. I mean, we're not even top 10. I can still make some adjustments. I can still loosen up the car, which I think is going to be the only thing we can really do is just keep freeing it up because it is tight. Problem is it's loose on exit. It's really tight on the entrance and the center, but then on the exit it's getting loose. So it's a bit of an awkward, it's got a really awkward balance to it right now. Not a balance you really want in a car. That, yeah, oh, the Ford hypercar program. Because, yeah, Ricardo is, like, linked with Ford and does stuff with them, so I'm excited to see their hypercar. There's my dad in the chat. Why does NASCAR have rain tires? My dad always goes on about NASCAR having rain tires and then them not using them. On the ovals, especially. Is this like career mode? Not really, but it's just one race a week, one at a time.
One high. Clear high.
I do want to do a career mode with 100% length, though, at some point. Probably for NASCAR 26, and then we would live stream it. I think that'd be kind of fun. What's your predictions for Iowa? I'm just going to go, I'm going to roll with the Blaney dub in Iowa. I think it'll be a pretty average Iowa race. Iowa is usually in the Cup car, not that crazy. It's usually a pretty tame race.
Outside door.
I think we'll see a lot of that same kind of vibe this weekend. Pretty tame. You get why IndyCar doesn't do rainy oval races? Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, I think the thing is though, if you did like a rain race on like a mile and a half, I don't think the race would be that good. How often are you live? We are live usually Tuesday, right now on my current schedule, Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday usually. Take care, Luke. Is the AI actually challenging this game? It's very track dependent. If you go to a super speedway like a Daytona, a Talladega, or Atlanta, they aren't the most challenging. You can win pretty easily. I'm on the difficulty cannot get possibly harder than it is right here. On this type of track, on a shorter track, anything below a mile and a half is pretty dang difficult.
Inside now.
So, in Iowa, Bristol, New Hampshire, Martinsville, Richmond, all those types of tracks is really difficult against the AI. However, if you go to a mile and a half, like a Las Vegas, a Charlotte, a Kansas, stuff like that, the hardest difficulty, you can beat them with very simple pit adjustments. Now, if you don't really adjust the car, it is a challenge at that point. But if you do adjust the car, it becomes pretty easy.
Stay high.
Road courses are relatively challenging actually as well. I would say the road courses are probably the second most challenging behind these shorter tracks.
Stay high.
You get used to it. You get used to the sport
Still
car
there.
slash F1 wheel on ovals. Have you tried, what's that? I tried to find you
Clear
on
bottom.
Akinator.
Carlo.
Oh my god. That's that Genie app, right? I remember that app. I used to use that app when I was a kid.
Inside. You're all clear.
I didn't know that thing was still going. I'm starting to struggle now. I really was driving hard to try and hold our track position, but now it's just...
Clear, clear.
Oh, around goes Hocevar. Caution is out.
Caution.
Caution in Iowa.
Pit road.
Hocevar is going to pit. I kind of want to... Do I want to pit or do I want to stay out? I don't know. Is this online? Negative. Just single player. I think we should pit. Yeah, because we were already, just before that caution came out, we were kind of starting to go backwards. Tonight, if we're going to
You wanna tweak to
if
the
we're going to
strategy?
be successful in this race, we're going to have to get creative on strategy. I'm going to take a risk here. Since we're going to be in the back, I'm going to turn the wedge all the
Okay, bring it
way
around and come on in.
down to 45. Jeff
Wait for it, Rob.
Fabiano, hold on a second. YouTube has the little translate option beside Jeff's name. What does YouTube think the comment said? I need to see this. What? It didn't translate anything. It just translated it translates from Mike Joy O Hocevar to Mike Joy O Hocevar. Nice job, YouTube, on the translating there. Why is that a thing? Oh, Hocevar. I can't do a Mike Joy voice. Hi, Jeff. What do you think of the Clash being back at Daytona? I like it. I do also like NASCAR taking it to different locations.
Inside.
I already guarantee it. Mark it down right now. You know, if they keep it at Daytona for more than a year, we're going to get to that
Clear
point
inside.
where fans again will complain that they aren't racing hard enough, and then when they do race, they wreck half the field. That's going to come all
Clear
back
low.
full circle, and then
High.
eventually they're going to be going,
Clear
we
outside.
shouldn't be racing at Daytona
You're all
for
clear.
the Clash. It's going to come back full
Outside.
circle. I'm waiting
Clear
for it.
outside.
Oh, she's loose.
Outside door.
But I like it. I like it at Daytona.
Outside.
I like it anywhere. I mean, I'll
Three
watch
wide.
the Clash no matter where it is. But Daytona's fine with me. I think it'll be also really unique for next year because you'll get to see
Stay low.
you know, hopefully like
Clear.
what they learned from the Super Speedway package change for the Daytona
outside.
coming up this month. Maybe they then make a few more changes
Clear high.
for Daytona Clash next year, and then maybe we'll get to see like an even more updated package, and then
One high.
they just keep learning. Hopefully, I think if you're gonna have a Clash at Daytona in this era, I feel like you almost got to use it to kind of keep on pushing the
Still
package
in there. Clear up
forward.
top. One outside.
But they'll always whine, Jeff. That I'll give it credit. I mean, everyone has been
Stay
begging
low.
for Daytona back for
Clear
the
high if
Clash.
you want it.
I didn't really
One up
care.
high.
I'm like, I like the Clash in LA. I like the Clash in Bowman Gray. That rhymes. LA and Bowman Gray.
Stay low.
But I also
high.
like in Daytona. I'm good with wherever we want to go.
One low. Clear bottom.
One thing I do, oh my
Outside
goodness,
door.
it's so loose. One thing I kind of am, I don't know if worried about is the right way to say it, but it seems like NASCAR,
One up
you
high.
know, as we're learning more and more about the 2027 schedule, it seems like NASCAR is a lot less willing to, like, do different things right now again.
Still there.
Um,
All clear.
but apparently they're kind of planning for like an international push in 2030 or something like that. So I don't know, maybe they're just kind of gonna bunker down for a couple years and kind of stop doing the cool stuff, and then maybe do some international races in like 2030 and beyond. I don't know. I love when NASCAR goes and does like the race in Mexico or the Chicago Street Course and the San Diego thing. I like when they keep doing something new, not just keep recycling it. So I guess we'll see. I mean, obviously the schedule's not out yet, so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Outside. 3 wide.
That's a couple
Out.
spots.
4 wide.
That's a few spots.
Pit road is open.
I like it how they do like little tracks, or like NASCAR does it really go. Can you say that again? What do you mean by international? Because so NASCAR wants to do like a cup race in Canada, and they've even talked about, I don't know if this will happen, but they even talked about taking a Cup Series race to the Middle East, like stuff like that. Go to Britain or go to Brazil, stuff like that. But it sounds like the NASCAR Canada plans are off the table again for a little bit, which really sucks. Yeah, I mean, I think till contrary, like,
Pace cars off.
teams are going to veto that no matter what. I think NASCAR has just got to basically tell them to suck it up, you know?
Carlo.
I feel like at this point, I don't know, if you want your sport to grow,
Carlo.
I don't think doing what you made your sport great 20 years ago, 30 years ago is the formula that's going to make your sport grow and be great now. You know, because just like the rest of the world,
Clear low if you want.
everything
One
changes.
bottom.
The world changes. You know, what worked 30 years ago doesn't work now. And I think I'm worried that NASCAR is going to get focused on, well, let's go do what made us successful 20 years ago.
Clear low if you want it.
And I'm like, well, that will be cool in like for a year, but that's not going to grow you guys over
Outside
time.
door.
Because that's just, you know, it's like everything works differently now. Are there a lot of tracks? Oh, Canada
One
has
high.
a ton of racetracks. We have an F1 track
One up high.
that NASCAR's raced at. We've got a lot of short ovals that they could do. They got plenty of road courses they could do. They've got dirt tracks.
Still in
Obviously, they're not really going to do any dirt
Clear
racing, but
outside. Car outside. Stay low.
But I do think doing like international events is kind of
Clear
a big
high.
key in what
Car
could help the
outside.
sport grow in the next 10 years. Obviously, you don't want NASCAR to just flood the
Car low.
schedule with international races, but
Clear low.
you know, like 1 or 2 a year, you know, would be
One
cool.
high.
Well, that's just personal preference. I mean, everyone has different preferences, right? But
Inside. Clear bottom.
I mean, I'm
Car high.
technically an international NASCAR fan. I'm not American, so that's probably why I like
Clear
international races and the
Outside.
concept of them. Would you rather Chicagoland or the Chicago Street Course? I don't care, personally, because I thought both of
All
them
clear.
were equally good. I thought Chicagoland was a great race, but I also thought Chicago Street Course was like a really good race as well. So I'm okay with whatever direction they go in terms of Chicago. How about we do both? I would love to see both. I know that's not going to happen, but man, would that be cool. How about Denny Hamlin back here in 19th?
High side now. One high.
Cody Ware is beating Denny Hamlin right now, by the way.
Outside.
The doubleheader races back in 2020. And remember the midweek races in 2020? You would have like a race on like Wednesday, and then you'd go back, you'd have a race on Sunday. That was such a wild time to be a NASCAR fan. What track should host the All-Star race? Charlotte. In my dream NASCAR schedule, we would have never gotten rid of the Charlotte Roval. We'd keep the Charlotte Roval, but we'd still get a second
Outside
Charlotte Oval date, and that's just the All-Star race. That's what I would have done.
Stay low. All clear.
What questions did you ask for? Are you talking about the Q&A, Davis? I did submit a question to the Q&A for Friday. I hope they ask it,
One up
but
high.
who knows? I asked I was like, can you dive into like what kind of AI improvements will be in NASCAR 26?
Hold your line.
And then I expanded upon that. I said NASCAR 25 really struggled with AI pit logic and like lack of variety in running order.
Clear high.
So I'm hopeful that they'll respond to that one, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, if they don't, we're going to find out soon enough anyways, when we get our hands on the game in September.
One on the bottom.
Hello, NASCAR fan 21. Here comes Kyle Larson back at us. Christopher Bell's leading. I can see Shane Van Gisbergen up there towards the top 10, by the way, having a good little sporty run. What do you guys think? Is SVG making the chase or not?
Clear outside. One up high.
That's a good question, Commander. I like that. I like that question. I'd be also curious to see the answer on that. The All-Star race is not at Charlotte anymore. I'm aware. I know. I know. That's why I said I'd like it back at Charlotte. What do you think Hamlin's championship hopes are? They are better than anyone's so far, but that doesn't hold a lot of weight right now. I think he could just as easily as Hamlin could win the championship, he could just as easily lose it. SVG makes the chase? I hope so. He's got some good tracks coming. Decent tracks coming. New Hampshire is one of them. Daytona is another one. Iowa, he hasn't been great at Iowa, so we'll see how that goes. I feel like he's got to survive Iowa and he's got to survive Richmond. If he can come out of those two, if he can come out of the next two races about the cut line, I'd feel pretty good about him, about his chances. Because New Hampshire, last year he was running great at New Hampshire until Brad Keselowski decided to drive through a tire barrier on the restart and take him out. And he's actually turned into a relatively solid super speedway racer. You think Reddick will make it to the round of 4? My boy, the playoffs don't exist anymore. There ain't no more playoffs, sir. There ain't no more round of 4. We got the old school chase back now.
One outside. Clear high.
How about this running order, by the way? It is so different. I think Bell is gonna. Yeah, at the end of the day, although Bell's, not winning, those second place finishes are translating very well to his points situation, leading up to the chase. So it's like, yeah, it sucks if you're a Bell fan and he keeps finishing second, but it's significantly improving his opportunity to go for a championship here in another few months, I do watch F1, yes. Why'd you stay up till 8 in the morning? Joey Logano fan? Yeah, I heard about that, Cameron. Didn't they also feel like the Chicago, they kind of gave NASCAR a hard time originally when they were trying to do the street race. There will not be blowovers in NASCAR 26, no. Not a chance. Is that confirmed? No, I have no source confirming that. But no, they won't be. There won't be any blowovers, no. As a newer fan, do 4 drivers get knocked out of the playoffs? Not anymore. So there's no more eliminations. So what NASCAR is doing this year is what they did basically from 2004 to 2013. It's literally the same format. There's no more eliminations. What happens is at the end of the upcoming Daytona race in a few more weeks, that will be the end of the regular season. The top 16 drivers in the points make what's now called the chase. You could still call it the playoffs if you want, but it's now called the chase, which is what it used to be called. The top 16 are all in, and they get a certain amount of points per where they finish the regular season. And then, quite simply, they race for the next 10 weeks, And whichever one of those 16 has the most points at the end of those 10 races is the champion. And yes, as Zillin Zap says, thank God, winning does not guarantee you win the chase or the playoffs anymore, whatever you want to call it. Why did they get rid of the chase and then bring it back? That's a good question. They wanted to, NASCAR said many times they wanted Game 7 moments, which is what you get in the playoffs. I will credit NASCAR. The playoffs did deliver that. But the problem was, it's so heavily manufactured, and that's why they've kind of gone back now. But they wanted it because they wanted the constant Game 7 excitement that you would get every 3 races. You get 3 races, oh, there's some guys getting eliminated, they got to do something crazy to move on, and you would get that every couple weeks, and there was kind of constant drama.
One outside.
The problem was,
Clear.
It was damaging the integrity of the sport as the 60 damages the front end of his car.
Yellow's out.
And there's the caution. That helps us.
Pit road is
I
open.
really like the way this car is driving right now. You hate the stages. That's a good topic. That has been a popular topic again. Cautions and stages. Yeah, Zilich had one of the most dominant championships runs ever, and he lost the championship because of one race where he finished second. He finished second, and the guy that won the championship only won like 2 races the entire year and was not even close to putting up the same level of performance as Connor Zilich. But what are your guys' thoughts on stages and stage cautions and cautions in general? My one opinion on this, I'll pause the game to talk about this one real quick because I need to actually think. First of all, I like stages. I'm a fan of stage racing. I do like stages. I would be very open though to them getting rid of stage cautions. I would be completely fine with that. If they wanted to get rid of stage cautions, have at it. But keep stages. I think stages are okay. But the cautions take way too long, and I saw everyone on Twitter is like, cautions take too long, therefore we need to get rid of stages. I'm like, well, usually the cautions littered throughout the race take more time than the 2 stage cautions take up combined. So they just need to clean up the cautions in general in terms of how long they're taking under caution, not just take stage cautions away. But yeah, cautions take way too long. Sometimes we have a debris caution and we're under caution for 15 minutes. There's no excuse for that. A debris caution should be a 5-minute thing at the absolute maximum. But yeah, I remember when they took away the stage cautions at a couple road courses, and they were the most boring races of the entire next gen era. But I think it could be you could keep. I think if you got rid of stage cautions on a typical oval, I think that would be okay. You might want to keep stage cautions on a road course.
Green. Carlo?
Because I know NASCAR relies on restarts to kind of keep the road courses exciting. To be fair, I think NASCAR fans, obviously, NASCAR is my sport. All right, we're all NASCAR fans, but NASCAR fans have some wild expectations of what a good road course race is. Like NASCAR puts on, even now, NASCAR puts on pretty solid road course races. And the NASCAR fans are like, this is the most boring thing ever. I'm like, the rest of the world would be looking at this and being like, yeah, that's a good road race right there. But NASCAR fans have this wild expectation for what road courses are supposed to be. But yeah, NASCAR kind of relies on the restarts of the road courses. So I think you might want to keep You might want to keep stage cautions just for that reason on road courses, but then again, I say that, they kind of rely on restarts at 1.5 miles as well to kind of keep those spiced up, and I'm not going to lie, I love a restart on a 1.5 miles because I know those guys are about to get up on the wheel and chuck it off in there, 3 wide, 4 wide.
Stay low.
I am racing a 100% race, yes. Restarts are the best in all races, that's true, I'll agree with that.
High side now. Clear.
Yeah, I mean, if it was completely up to me, Sean, I'm with you. I would not get rid of stage cautions, but that's just personal preference. Like, if they get rid of them, I don't really care. I'm not going to whine about it because I'm like, yeah, whatever. But if it was up to me, I would keep the stage cautions because I also look at that as my opportunity of, it's like an intermission. It's like an intermission in any other sport. Of like, all right, now I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go get a drink or a snack, whatever. I don't know. I don't really, I mean, I've grown up with, I wouldn't say I've grown up with stages because I've been watching NASCAR since like 2009, but stages have taken up a large part of my life of being a NASCAR fan, and I don't know, I don't really see an issue. I've never really had an issue with stage racing or stage cautions. I don't know. To me, it's like, I know some people say it takes away from strategy. I don't fully agree with that either. In reality, it creates, I feel like it creates the same amount of strategy as a race without stages would.
Clear outside.
Because now you've got 3 different strategies you can play per race.
One outside.
But they still need to shorten those stage cautions, though.
Clear up top. Outside.
They got to work on that.
Car inside.
What's the good news, Brony? Because I see you mentioned up there, like, yeah, it's like a 20-30 minute intermission for other sports or whatever.
Hold your line.
We don't need a stage caution taking that long. I think a stage caution, a stage ends, we should be racing at absolute maximum 10 minutes later. We should be back green. And I think that's even pushing it. So long story short, I don't care what they do. They can do whatever they want. I'm going to watch either way, is what I'm trying to say. I have a preference, but what they actually do is not going to change if I actually watch or not, because I will absolutely be there. Do you think Larson will win a race this year? I do. I think I could see him getting hot in the chase. Most likely Austin Hill.
One low.
Oh, you got a new gaming laptop, W. Nice. That's awesome to hear. A car going 500 miles with no brakes is way tougher than taking a break in the middle of the race. It's an advantage to take a break. Of course it is, but you got to keep in mind, NASCAR is also a very different motorsport than every other motorsport in the sense of NASCAR is fully, whether we like it or not, NASCAR has fully leaned into, we are an entertainment motorsport first. A purity motorsport comes second to the entertainment.
Clear outside. One high.
And they have no problem admitting that.
Stay low.
So, you know, taking away stages and letting a race run.
Clear outside.
Well, I mean, if they got rid of stages, I wouldn't, for the people that want stages gone, and then if NASCAR actually did that, I would be very hesitant to celebrate, because you know what would start happening again?
Inside now.
Debris cautions would suddenly start to spike again, because remember how many debris cautions we had before stages existed? And then they completely, just suddenly, after stages came in, all of a sudden debris just stopped getting on the racetracks for some reason.
Clear inside.
NASCAR is going to throw cautions no matter what. At least they tell us when they're going to throw them with the stages, you know? Whereas if we don't have stages, they're just going to throw debris cautions. No matter what. Do you agree with me, Bowman focusing on next year? What did you say about Bowman focusing on next year? Could you repeat it? Turn it? Do you think Bell will win a race? Of course. Bell's the guy that usually gets really hot around this time of year, and I think it's starting to show. I mean, he keeps finishing up front now, and I think his wrist injury is pretty well healed, I think. So, he usually was really good in the playoffs as well. So, yeah, don't be surprised if he goes and wins a couple races. I think if you're going to win the championship, you got to win at least 2 or 3 races in the chase, though. I think that's what it's going to take.
Stay low.
I am not. I am so unknowledged on PC specs that I don't know if that's good. A 3050 though, I know that in itself's not bad at all. I agree, Davis. Yeah, I am also tired of the whole, like, we need to shorten the races. I mean, I love the length of the NASCAR races. That's one of the things I love about NASCAR versus, you know, other major motorsports is when I watch an F1 race, I don't have a problem with it, but when I watch an F1 race, it's done in an hour and a half. That's it. IndyCar, how long is an IndyCar race? 2, maybe 2.5 hours, if that? For the most part. I know some can for sure, I'd imagine, go longer. But NASCAR, it's like, I love showing up for my Coke 600 and know I'm going to be there for 5 hours. I love those kinds of races. Usually when a NASCAR race, exception of the Brickyard, usually if a NASCAR race takes only maybe 2.5 hours, I'm usually disappointed. I'm like, dang it, like, I want way more. Unless it's a Brickyard, I'm like, yep, that was enough. I've had enough of watching that. But also, they're asking for short, like a lot of industry people are asking for shorter races. If you're asking for shorter races, you better be prepared to get paid less as well. You got to be willing to get paid less money because you're working less. So I hope that, you know, drivers or spotters that are like, hey, we want shorter races, I hope they're also willing to be paid less money for that. Can we break into the top 10 here? I didn't realize how long stage 2 is. We've still got over 50 laps to go.
Clear up top.
Yeah, you would think as well, if they did shorter races, you would hope tickets were also less money. I would agree with that.
Stay low.
Watch the prices go up. That's true, Telcontar. Teams would love to pay everybody less. Who wouldn't? Spending less money?
Inside.
Who wouldn't want to do that? The Brickyard, yeah, the Brickyard did feel long, and in actual time it wasn't, but it felt long. It's just when a race is like that, when you can't pass, and you know, even the restarts were pretty lackluster this time around. But I mean, they weren't terrible, but they were definitely lackluster. Like, but once they get settled out after 2.5 laps, 3 laps, whatever, like there's literally nothing happening. And it's just so boring. And when you're bored, things take longer. The Brickyard 400 felt so long. It kind of reminded me of like a mid-2010s race at like a Michigan or a Pocono, where I was always bored out of my mind. I was like, why is these races got to be so long? At that point, I was like, dang, these are too long, but.
Clear high.
All right, we're up to 12th. Sliding like crazy. You want Atlanta? If we could get Atlanta type racing at Daytona and Talladega, oh my God, dude, I would love super speedway racing again. I was a huge fan of super speedways in the like 2018, 19, 20, and 21 era. Right at the tail end of Gen 6, I loved super speedways. There's my dad. I was waiting for it. My dad is an advocate. He says no need for 4-hour races, in his opinion. My dad and I are very opposite on that, which is surprising because my dad's the old one. You'd think the old guy would like the more kind of traditional approach of the longer races. But my dad thinks the races are too long.
Clear high at you want.
I'm like, no, man. There's a lot of races I'd be okay if they were longer. Do you like tandem draft? I didn't mind tandem drafting. I wasn't huge on it, but I certainly enjoy the pack racing that we had towards the end of the, I guess from like 2013, 2012 onwards.
Stay high. Clear low.
Going senior only wants shorter races to get rid of me sooner. True. He wants me to go home. He can't wait. As soon as I walk in the door, he's like, I can't wait for this race to be over so you can get out of here. You've been to both NASCAR and Indy at the Brickyard? It's a long day because the track's so big. Now, which one did you have more fun watching? I mean, I'm sure it's obvious, but which one did you enjoy more? IndyCar at Indy or NASCAR at Indy? I can tell you just from a TV viewer, I'd much rather, like, the Indy 500 is way more exciting to watch than the Brickyard 400, that's for sure. One of the best is when Dale Jr. pushed Johnson to the win at Talladega. That was one of my least favorite moments because I was a Jeff Gordon fan. And off turn 4, I was like, Jeff Gordon's got this. And then he finished like 5th. Less food bill, he says.
One high. Stay low. Clear high.
Indy is way more fun, different crowds, both are a fun experience. Yeah, I would be curious to experience the, I guess you could call it the culture. I'd be very curious to experience the difference in culture between an IndyCar crowd and a NASCAR crowd, because they're both American sports, but obviously IndyCar is more, they got a lot more international presence, part of their, sport.
Outside.
Ooh, I'm loose. I'd like to go to an IndyCar race just to experience that. Just the difference in the vibe and the crowd and the energy and stuff like that. Thoughts on Lowe's and Outlet? I think that's cool that Lowe's seems to be getting on board with Johnson for his final race. I doubt it's going to be a primary sponsor, but I mean, obviously it seems like there'll be like a side, like a secondary or whatever. Oh yeah, 100%. Imagine, man, if the dynamic tracks worked like they should in NASCAR 26, 100% races are going to be so much fun in that game. Like, that's a feature. Dynamic tracks are a feature built for us because we're going to be doing these 100% races, and if it works as intended, we're going to have to change the car as the race goes on or find a different line as the race goes on, stuff like that. That is going to be so cool. Yeah, we have had a nice long green flag run here so far. Finally.
Car high.
And we're holding our own relatively well now. Racing here with Denny Hamlin in one of the ugliest schemes ever.
Outside.
Seemed like a bunch of drunk Americans where you were sitting at the Indy 500. How long till pit stops? I don't think we're pitting here. Oh, no. Hold on a minute. Fuel. Oh, it's kind of close, but I mean, we are good on fuel, but I know the AI aren't, as far as I'm aware, which is going to be awkward. I might, if the AI have to pit, I might pit with them, because if we stayed out, it would ruin the race. It literally would ruin the entire race. So I might pit with them when they have to come in, just so I don't literally ruin it all. The next IndyCar League race is Saturday at Gateway. Blaney, I'm going with Dylan. And Trey. Carvana is primary. Okay, there you go.
Still there.
Yeah, Lowe's is going to buy them out and be like, yeah, we're the primary now. Hamlin is not wanting to give this one up. Can I get him right here? I hooked that up pretty good. Oh, yeah, we got him. Clear for P12. Shane Van Gisbergen up here running P10 right now, having a good little run here in this number 88 Red Bull Chevrolet. Car feels pretty good. I don't think we can really make it any better, though. It'd be nice to see SVG run top 10 in real life this weekend in Iowa. I think he's, what, 57 above the cut line right now? So he's in an alright spot, but not a great spot still, you know? He's still got some work to do. 57 points can very easily disappear across 4 more races before the end of the regular season, so he's gonna have to, if he can have a good Iowa and a good New Hampshire, a solid Richmond, then he should be all right. Now a Trackhouse car should not be in the chase, so the fact that he's even right now in that conversation is just really shows his capabilities. I was doing some statistics last night on his season, and last season in 2025, SVG in his first, I think, 8 races on ovals, he had an average finish of 30th. It was terrible. And then I can't remember when I did the math, it was sometime towards the playoffs, and it was like in his last 6 or 7 ovals, he had an average finish of 22nd. So he had improved that by 8 spots. And then I did the math on just all the ovals combined this season. SVG now has an average finish of 16th on all the ovals this year. So he's continued from last year to now. He has improved his average finishing position on ovals by 14 spots, from 30th to 16th. And you got to be a good driver to be able to pull that off. So I think that's really cool to see. And that also factors in, though, like some races where things go wrong, so he could have a better average finish. You know, like Pocono, he got in a crash, or with Austin Hill, like stuff like that. That also does factor into the average. So I mean, he could be looking at like an average of like a 13 or a 14 without those accidents. He's improved a lot. Massively. Yeah, he does not usually get stage points. SVG is usually kind of a grinder. He kind of just hangs in there, sticks with it, and then, you know, by the final stage, they seem to kind of get that car, and he gets that car kind of in a better spot. Kind of like Indy, they just kind of grinded it out all day and ended up 16th, which is not bad. Not bad. That's kind of, you know, I feel like 16th is kind of where a Trackhouse car should run on an average day right now with where they are. Iowa, he finished 31st. Yeah, I remember Iowa didn't go. I think SVG wrecked himself in Iowa last year, so Iowa is going to be a challenge for him, just like kind of like Bristol is always a big challenge for him. He is not good. He's improved a lot, but when you go to Bristol, SVG is not good there. We got cars pitting. We got cars pitting. I just noticed cars coming in.
Leaders pitting.
Career mode not having the ability to run for IRL teams is disappointing. At least we think, yeah, it's likely. But you've always been more of a team owner. Ooh!
Clear inside.
Oh, I lost it. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be a caution.
Caution's out.
Oh my God! It just completely looped around on me.
Road is open.
Oh no. It's been a minute since I've actually brought out a yellow, I feel like. It just completely snapped. What's up, Matthew? SVG did just get a massive break.
Here's when
Dang!
we're taking this stop. What do you think?
I mean, that kind of saves the race, because the strategy was really weird. But I did not mean to do that. That was not my intention. I don't wreck myself very
Here we
often.
come now,
That's
fellas. Be
that's
ready.
unfortunate. It's all Shimo 4028's fault right there. He said I just tuned in. That's why we wrecked.
Coming to the green.
Dang. Okay. What track is better, Iowa or Gateway? Gateway sucks, so Iowa. It's because of sponsors why we can't race for teams. I don't believe that, though, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't be able to race as those cars in online, for example, because it plasters your gamer tag on that car. So I don't buy into that. I think, and that would be way too extreme of a, that would be way too much controlling from NASCAR's side, in my opinion, if they went that far. It is more why they can't do silly season, though. You're absolutely spot on with that one. How was your birthday, Matthew? What did you get? What was your birthday gift?
10 away.
Carburetor
Green,
cup.
green.
Oh, have fun with that,
Inside door.
Lucas. I remember when I first got into iRacing doing the carb cup all the time. And it was fun. All right, well, we restart in P10 with less than 20 to go in stage 2.
One inside.
I wrecked myself like an idiot. That was embarrassing, but now we focus back in and see what we can do here.
Clear low.
You got a Sea-Doo for the day. Oh, that's cool.
3 wide. Clear outside.
F1 race or what? F1 races as the team. All the F1 esports guys. Why can't NASCAR? Because NASCAR's
bottom.
weird. I think we'll see that in the future, but we'll see. But I know what you
inside.
mean. I get what you mean.
One outside.
Yeah, I mean F1. See, the thing is with F1, they have a whole esports program, and the actual teams are involved, and they literally, they actually sign their esports drivers and stuff like that. And
Clear high.
I think the difference, though, is, I mean, on F1, there is personal sponsors and stuff
Outside
linked to drivers, but a lot of the time, like, the cars have their main sponsors.
Car high.
Not all of them are personally attached to drivers. Like, for example, like an Ally is with Alex Bowman, for example. Ally is pretty
Stay
tight
low.
with Bowman.
Outside door.
They're probably not going to want to be playing a NASCAR game and see Alex Bowman suddenly driving I don't know, a Monster Energy
Clear high if you want it.
54 car.
Outside door. Clear up top.
We do got a lot left.
One low.
Yeah, hopefully on Friday we'll get some answers. I agree. like I said, I'll be covering
Still
that
in there.
Q&A. I know Jeff Fabiano, as you guys saw, he's going to be hosting that Q&A. I'm excited to see
Stay high.
what they talk about, what they answer. Shout out to Jeff Fabiano.
One inside.
He's a cool guy.
Stay
Yeah, but
high.
you know what I mean, Sean. I'm hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically. Yeah, I mean, Monster's not, I don't think you'll ever
Clear
see
inside.
Monster in these games, but
Carlo.
just hypothetically.
Clear
The
low.
Q&A is
One
Friday
inside.
at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd imagine if I had to take a guess, I have no clue how long it's going to be, but if I had to take a guess, probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes, somewhere in there. So that'll go, they'll do the Q&A, and then I'm going to turn that into a video, and then I'll play probably a few snippets, you know, where Matt's kind of talking about something, for example.
10 to go now.
Yeah, Red Bull, that's another thing. Red Bull's not going to want to see, yeah, like, imagine a Red Bull driver like a Zilich all of a sudden in a monster car.
Clear outside.
It makes sense as to why we don't have a silly season in the game. Does it hold the games back?
outside.
Absolutely, it holds the games back, and it will forever hold the games back.
outside.
But at the end of the day, there's
Inside.
only so much
Clear,
the
clear.
dev team can get away with, and it's still silly season. I mean, you could maybe, you know, have specific drivers have the
Inside
ability
door.
to move, and then have
Clear low.
some that can't. I don't know. I think there's a way they can eventually do it. It's just going to take a lot of
Clear, all clear.
patience on our side, and
One low. Clear low.
also
if you
going to
want.
have to take NASCAR being
Clear,
willing
clear.
to kind of open up a little bit, and the sponsors and all that kind of stuff. Everybody, every party involved is going to have to open their doors a little bit more than they currently are, if a silly season's ever going to be present in a NASCAR game again. A lot of networking. What's El Contar said. Tim Tebow, how are you? Do you think pre-ordering NASCAR 26 would be worth it? I never recommend pre-ordering. I always recommend waiting and seeing. Wait to see the gameplay. Wait to see. For example, if I get the game early, you'll be able to come to my channel and hopefully see it. Preferably, you'd be able to see it.
One on the bottom.
I always hope to see gameplay of a new game a week or so before the game comes out. I don't know how it would work here. I don't even know if I'm going to get the game or not yet.
Stay
Early. But I'm sure some
Clear
creators
low.
will, and you'll be able to watch their, you know, their videos and whatnot. I always recommend waiting for gameplay to come out and then make a
5 to
decision
go.
based off of gameplay, actual raw gameplay, not what, you know, like look at NASCAR 21 Ignition. Number one rule is don't look at the gameplay that the company itself gives you, because NASCAR 21 Ignition with Motorsport Games painted NASCAR 21 up to look pretty solid, but you know, they were very, very specific about what gameplay they showed and whatnot. But then when the game came out, it's like, oh, yeah, it's pretty bad. That's why I always recommend waiting until actual proper raw gameplay is out before you make a decision on if you're going to pre-order it or not. But I'm not your mom or dad, so I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever you feel like is best for you. But I've been bitten enough by pre-orders
Outside.
on games before that I learned my lesson to never pre-order a game again.
You're all clear. Car high.
All right, we're coming to 2 to go. In stage 2, Ryan Blaney's in control. We really can't get this car any better than it is. So I think, really, if we can come out of here with a top 10, that's an exceptional race for us.
Stay low.
I enjoy Iowa in this game. I have a good time racing here.
Stay low.
What is it that you don't like about Iowa in NASCAR 25?
White flag here.
I did
Clear
see
high.
NASCAR 15 is moddable now, yes.
High side
Someone
down.
asked me earlier in the comments of my video today, they're like, you should play it. But my problem is I just don't have fun playing
Clear high.
those
Car high.
games. Like, the whole modding thing is really cool, but like I said, I don't really have fun playing those games, so I don't really see myself doing like any content on it. But it's cool.
Okay, shake
It is
off.
very
We got
cool.
plenty more race left.
Hi, Zachary. My day was good. So far, so good.
Pit
How was
road.
yours? They're not pitting. They are not pitting. I thought that. I figured they would have pitted. Well, I'm going to stay out with them then. Oh, that's a good question, Lee. Does Bowman do part-time? I feel like Bowman's the kind that's just going to step away and just do some other stuff that's not NASCAR, like dirt racing. Hello, Smelly Owen. Says, Jim Aviation. Hi. Clable is here in the chat. Yes, they
Coming to
are.
the green.
Clable, the AI are so hard on the shorter tracks. We've got one more stage to go. We're not going to be anywhere close to fighting for the win today. We are trying to get a top 10. That's the goal today. Top 10 here with one stage. 140 laps to go, which we'll kick off in a moment. I just need a drink. I don't think they've repaved all of Iowa yet. No. Yeah, I think Bowman will do some dirt racing. Yeah, kind of like Casey Kane. I could see that happening for sure. I think it'd be kind of cool for Alex Bowman because he can just kind of show up and do whatever race he wants and like dirt stuff, you know? He's not, having to be on this tight schedule. Hi, Austin. Austin, are we walking tonight? My pressure is at 15. Wedge is at 45. You had a killer headache. Wash your grandparents' or grandpa's motorhome in the heat. Well, that's probably why you had the headache, huh? Yeah. I feel like Bowman has no excuse to be as mediocre, especially with the equipment he has. I think he does have an excuse in the sense of the injuries he's gone through, and the mental effect those have had. He's had a concussion, he's had vertigo, he's had he's broken his back. I don't think he is anywhere close to a 100% driver right now. That's the excuse, in my opinion. And also, like, Hendrick also has historically always kind of had like one weak car, it feels like. Not always, but historically, there's a lot of the time, there's always like a weak car there. But I feel like it's just Bowman himself is not 100%. And that certainly doesn't help. All right. Before we go green, I'm out of water. I'm not going to make it through this final stage without water. I'm already still thirsty. Oh. That thing was falling off again. There it goes again. There it goes again. There it goes again. There it goes again. Stay on. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go grab some water really quick, and I'll be right back in like 30 seconds. Also, yes, the keys for NASCAR 15, yeah, they are stupid expensive. Yeah. Have you looked on Aniba? That's what I recommend. Hello, Terrence, as well. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some water, and then we'll kick off this final stage. Don't promote gray market sites. I don't even know what that means. What is a gray market site? Is that Game Keys? I'm not promoting him. I'm just giving him an option to get a game he wants. That's all that is. Aren't you the guy that promotes Vim's Lair? All right, let's get ready to roll here for stage 3. I use that Discord command. If you want to join the Discord, get in. And also we have some a clip channel in there. You guys can also put some clips from our lobbies that we do. And then we can do a community review night, which we were going to do this week, but I've put it back to next week now. But I'm looking forward to it. Oh god, this thing's falling off again.
Be ready.
You just mentioned, well, that's what I meant. Clayball, I have a friend named Aniba that has games for sale that you can't get on Steam, like F1 2010 or F1 2011, F1 2012, F1 2013, F1 2014. Let's see, F1 2015, F1 2016, F1 2017, F1 2018, F1 2019, F1 2020.
High side now.
And I think it stops there. Maybe F1 21.
Clear high.
And 22 that you can't get on Steam. Or is it just 20? I think it stops at 22. I can't remember. What's the last F1 game you could get, or the longest to go F1 game we can get on Steam right now? I can't remember. It's got to be before the EA stuff.
Outside.
Never look up FMHY. I don't know what that means, Austin, but I'll keep your word for it, because I know you look up some crazy stuff. So if you say don't do that, then I will take your word for that.
Clear inside. Stay low.
Is it really only F1 25? Everything else is D-list. That is outrageous. I didn't realize it was that much. I thought they would have still had 23, 22. Dang. Yeah, well, anyways, I got a friend named Eniba, E-N-E-B-A, if you look it up on Google. October King, hi, how are you? Been here for about 80 laps, just forgot to type. All good. Nice to see you. Unfortunately, we're not doing Kyle Busch very much justice for you today. We're running like 12th to 15th here, but we're trying. I'm not giving up. Almirola, Eric Almirola 797, the worst driver to race against in NASCAR 25 is here. Hello to you. You know I have no problem telling you how bad you are at the game. You're not bad at the game, but you're not bad. It's just the way you drive other people, specifically me. Thank you for the 10 Jules. White Flag 98. I like the name. And he's got a white flag as his profile picture. I like it. I still got to get the emotes for that. I've been good as well, October King. We're loose. Loose.
Carlo.
Here comes Van Gisbergen. Clayball, Clayball, are you doing Xbox tomorrow or PC only? I mean, I'm only going to be streaming the PC part, but are you doing any Xbox beforehand or no?
All clear.
Did you pre-order Gold? I did not. I don't pre-order games. I'm on keyboard though. I don't have a steering wheel. Is that supposed to be an excuse that you expect me to accept from you? Did you think I was going to accept that? My man, did you really type that out and say, yeah, Gary is going to accept that? So it's not your fault that you just hold down the right key to right hook? Oh, you're going at 5 p.m. All right. Sounds like a plan. And then, so hopefully around 7 we'll link up and do some PC racing. Don't worry, we'll have some Xbox coming soon. But if you guys want some Xbox tomorrow, you can join Clable when he goes live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We still got over 100 laps to go. This has felt like a long race to me. I did, Clable. I forgot to respond. I did see it. You won't be there. I said it at the beginning of the stream as well, Clable. Congratulations on 5,000 subscribers. I remember when I hit 5,000 subscribers. It came after 4,000, and it was before 6,000. It was cool. I think that would have probably been in 2020 that we hit 5,000, if I had to guess. I think we hit 5K in 2020. And then I feel like we hit 10K the next year in 2021. And then I don't really remember any of the other milestones, really. Doing all right. Clayable's on the ups. I didn't see the Kyle Sieg scheme, but I heard about it. I think I saw a tweet about it last night on Twitter. What a stupid comment that was. I saw a tweet about it on Twitter. It's like I saw a YouTube video on YouTube. Yeah, what is that sponsor supposed to be? Like, what is that? Toys. Okay. Interesting. Weird name for toys. What kind of toys, though? Yeah, but Claybo, you already know there's going to be a lot of people whining after about 2 or 3 years that we're wrecking too many cars for no reason in the Clash. I can already hear it. I can already hear all the whining about it from so many fans. This track's actually really fun to drive, like in this kind of scenario right here where you're just kind of on your own. I mean, I guess it's not the most fun for racing, but like right here, just like all myself, all out here alone. It's a fun track to drive in this game. 2 or 3 laps. If they go single file in the Clash next year, Twitter is not going to be happy. Just remember, that's what they used to do in the Clash before they left Daytona. Cooper Brown, Hot Rod Cooper Brown's here. How you doing, Cooper? Clash should be 50 laps. Dude, I think they should bring it down to like 20 or 30 laps, honestly. Like it was way back in like the 1900s or whatever. I'd do a 30-lap Clash. And yeah, pole winners only. I agree with that. Watch the Clash next year. They do a 40-car race or whatever. They're just going to say, everyone's welcome. Or they're going to do something real stupid. And they're like, we're going to have heats in the Daytona Clash. I'm doing good, Cooper Brown. Been a nice solid day. Got a good bit of work done. Still got to get an F1 video recorded for tomorrow, but outside of that, We got tomorrow all taken care of. We talked about the Johnson thing earlier, but I said it was pretty cool. Like I said, I would imagine Lowe's is going to be some kind of secondary sponsor or something on the car. It'd be kind of cool if they did have a little bit of a paint scheme kind of acknowledgement to Lowe's, but we'll see if that turns into anything. Clable, we had a great conversation earlier that I wish you would have been here for. What's your thoughts on stages or just cautions in general? Sintram. Hi, Sintram. How are you? Nice to see Sintram here. Do you use custom setups for your Heat 5 career mode? No. You don't need custom setups in the Heat games. All you need is a little bit of a tire pressure adjustment or a wedge adjustment, kind of like this, to be honest with you. You don't mind stages? You think the points should be awarded during the race? However, we don't need stage yellows. That's fair. That's a fair opinion. Love seeing you race in my home track. Well, we are giving it everything we got, Sintram, out here in Iowa. It's not been an easy race, that's for sure. But I am certainly giving it everything I've got out here. Chat, can you believe it? Tonight we have not been view-botted tonight. All we needed was a new week. We have not had any view bots tonight. Let's go. That's been nice. We had it the last 3 streams to end last week. We had it Saturday, we had it Friday, we had it Thursday, and I was like, oh my god, it's never going to end. Finally, we're not dealing with it tonight. Still over 100 laps to go. My goodness. Remember when I said that I don't want the races to be shorter? This race feels like it's never ending so far. It just keeps going and going and going and going. I'll get a 10% speed boost if I have Iowa sweet corn. Hold on a minute. Can you send me some? I doubt you were getting view by. Well, then what would it have been, do you think, Jeff? Because we were... to me, at least, it made 0 sense that suddenly 3 consecutive nights we had this very weird... Oh my god, I nearly wrecked the car again. We had this really weird pattern where it would have a spike, it would kind of flatline for a few minutes, then another spike, and it would go up by the same number or so every time. Like, it would go up by about 20 viewers, it felt like, every single time. And it just kind of goes spike, flatline, spike, and it did that the entire stream until I would stop the stream. I guess it could be a glitch. Yeah, I guess it could be a glitch. I didn't think about that. I mean, it literally could have just been as simple as a glitch.
Hold your line. All clear.
It was something. It was something. Something was unusual, that's for sure. I have a hunch about you? What kind of hunch do you have about me? PH. Why is Colt Custer running in 15th? That is quite impressive. That is quite impressive. Those Commanders fake accounts. Should look at your unique visitors. Streaming on a weekend will bring higher numbers, but they don't always stay around as a concurrent. I will take that. I will take your word for it. I should look into some more analytics of those 3 streams specifically. You know, one thing I did notice, Jeff, actually, is those 3 streams specifically. One thing I did take notice to was the watch time was significantly. Oh yeah, the stream car watch. Oh, the post race show. That is something you could maybe bring up, Clavel. Yeah, that did happen. But I did notice the watch time of those same streams was significantly higher. It was about like 15, 16-minute average watch time, which that's a higher watch time than I've ever had. Which that I found also was interesting. Whereas right now, what do we have right now? Hold on, I can't. 9.5 minutes. I appreciate you guys so much spending 9.5 minutes on average watching my stream. That makes me very happy. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I say it every stream. I'll say it again. We have by far the best NASCAR community out there. Chill and positive all the time. I do appreciate you guys very much for making streaming fun for me. There was a few years ago, like 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, I hated streaming. I was not a good streamer. I did not have any fun streaming. And then I stopped streaming for I think I stopped streaming for 1.5 years, maybe even 2 years at least. I just despised it. It was not fun at all. And then I don't know what changed. I really don't know what changed. But I started streaming again, and I started having a lot more fun with it. And now I love streaming. I'm like, dang, I can just kind of race here and then chat with you guys. It's like, oh, I can actually chat with people about NASCAR, which is something I never really got to do a whole lot of with other people. What's my dad saying? You should try a rain tire. It might push you forward. There it is. There it is. My dad is always, my dad trash talks me any opportunity he can. If there's an opportunity, he's going to take it. And I respect it.
Inside door. Clear low.
Why aren't you winning? Even Dylan Gooden's getting after me here. You need to join. I need to join you on these weekly videos and streams. Hey, dude, start doing some 100% races, Clavel. Do you think Hendrick should abandon Chevy? Of course not. No, no, no. That'd be a terrible idea. You got P2 and Carb Cup. W. I got really loose right there.
Stay high. Clear low.
Isn't the retirement home curfew sometime soon? Oh, no. What's my dad going to say about that one? Oh, no. Do you have a response? My dad's old, but he's not retirement home old yet. He is. How old is my dad? 1958. So what is this year? We're in 2026. Holy crap, he's coming up on 70. Big credit to my dad. You would not think he is 68 then. You would not think my dad is 68 when you looked at him.
One inside.
If my dad, I'm not going to show you guys my dad. That's just weird, but if my dad told me he was 50, I would believe him. Hopefully he passes those genes on to me if I make it that far.
One low, clear bottom.
Did you see NASCAR 20? I did, Dylan. Yeah, I just saw it yesterday, actually. It was pretty good. What did you think of it, Dylan? Did you see it yet?
One inside. Clear inside.
Yeah, it would never really make sense for Hendrick to leave Chevrolet. You're 19 and your dad is 40. My dad didn't even have me by the time I was 40 yet. Or by the time he was 40, not by the time I was 40. When he was 40, I wasn't even existing.
Car high.
Yes, I did, Clavel. Did anyone in here that submitted a question to that Q&A? I would love to hear the questions that you actually submitted to it. If you want to share them in here. You're waiting on a video from you? Dylan, I'll get a video out on this trailer, then you can watch it with me. Oh, look at that, Clavel. My dad is getting after you. Oh, boy. You don't have a unique question? I mean, you could just ask a Dylan Gooden type of question. I know what Dylan asked, but Dylan, you want to tell everyone what you asked? I think it was a really good question, actually.
One on the bottom. Clear bottom. Clear inside.
He should tune in your 5,000 laps of Bristol next week and watch me dominate unlike his son. Wait, what game are you doing the 5,000 laps of Bristol on, Clavel? You asked them what game it was.
Inside. Clear bottom.
You know, it'd actually be hilarious if Jeff brought that question up. Your favorite? Oh, you're doing it on NASCAR 15. Ew. Ew. Oh! Oh, Zane Smith's around. Speed up. Speed up.
Yellow's out.
Oh, did I have the position or not? No, I was clearly in front of him. Oh. How old is my dad now? 68. He is an old fella. But like I said, he doesn't look 68. You asked them why they don't have a public roadmap so we know when to expect the features we all requested.
You okay with this?
Yes, I am okay with that. 4 tires is going to be around 83 laps to go.
Here we come, fellas. Be ready.
Ryan Blaney, I feel like, has been dominating for a while here. Let me get a drink of water. Need some of that water.
Coming to the green.
Hey, I was like, well, let's do 50,000 laps at Bristol when we hit 50,000 subscribers. It'd probably take a week to do it. I would have to sleep many times. But imagine the satisfaction when we would complete 50,000 laps at Bristol. How long would that take? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we would do, Tel Kontar. You asked about what's the future for the career mode, since it seems like we aren't getting a huge step this game. Gary's almost at 1 million subs. Hey, you know, we are only 939,000 away. No, that's wrong too, right? Holy crap. My math. God, what am I doing? 959,000, right? Yeah, 959,000. We're 959,000 away from a million. We're well on our way. 213 hours is what I'm hearing, apparently, from Milk Money. Clavel says it'd be around 300 hours to do 50,000 laps at Bristol. 300 hours. I think I'm going to pass on that, you know. I think I'm past. How about, hear me out. Let's do
10 away.
5 laps for 50,000.
Green. 1 outside.
Hello, Harvick fan. Yeah, I'm not racing that long. I
Hold your
mean,
line.
no, I'd lose my mind if I did that. I mean, honestly, it'd be a health risk.
Stay low.
I could die doing that. Do I want to die for Bristol Motor Speedway? Not necessarily. Not really on the card of things I'd be willing to die for. Now, there's a lot of things I'm willing to die for.
One low.
A Jeff Gordon championship
Car outside.
to experience, I'd die for that. But that's already long gone. Hey, thank you, Milk Money.
Stay low.
Appreciate you. Very kind of you.
Clear up top. Car outside. Clear high and you want it.
Do 5,000 laps per 10 subs. You do for every $1 donated, we add a lap.
Outside.
Oh boy, that is a risky. That's a
One
risky idea.
Clear high and you want it. Outside now. Clear
I wouldn't
outside.
mind doing something like that, Clable, but I'd also be scared at the same time. Because I mean, someone
Outside.
donates, you know. I mean, I guess over time, I would. Someone's not going to donate like a whole bunch of money, but over time, I would imagine people would kind of keep chipping in, right?
Clear outside.
Ooh, you'd sell my car and donate.
One up high.
Van Guggenheimer is in the top 15. That's right. Well, he might not be any longer, but he's been running good. That's our boy. Wait, Clable, how are you going to do that? Are you going to have like, so what are you going to do? Are you going to do like a set amount of laps to begin with and then be like, okay, every $1 donated, where then, how are you going to do that though? I'd imagine you'd have to back out of the race, or maybe do you just set a super high lap count and then you say, okay, this is the number we're going to out of this lap count, and then for every $1 donated is the amount of extra laps. Is that what you're doing? Something like that?
Driver, that would hear
On an oval. How many laps are you doing? 350 total. We're coming up on 76 to go at the line. It has been a 12th to 15th place race for us, basically, all race long. We were down in dead last in the first stage because we had the setup was completely screwed up. Oh, you're going to do the 5,000, then you can go in and mod it and set the laps. I see. Okay. Oh, man. That is going to be an experience. My favorite current drivers in NASCAR and F1. In NASCAR, it's Larson, Suarez, and Hamlin, with an honorary mention of SVG and Zilich. And then in Formula One, it is currently, all-time is Sebastian Vettel, but currently Piastri, and I also really like Max Verstappen. Max is awesome as well. Commander just gifted 5. Thank you so much, Commander. Very kind. Again, that's the second time he's done that. Let's go. Thank you so much, Commander, my boy. Appreciate you. Go play his Fortnite maps if you haven't. What's your Fortnite creator code?
Clear outside. Carlo.
I gave up that inside. Dang it.
Stay high. Clear inside.
It is a very wide range. You like Oscar, hard not to like Verstappen. I feel like it's actually pretty easy to hate Max. It's depending on the person. But I'm always a big fan of Max. Clable gifted 5 as well. What are you guys doing? Thank you so much, Clable. Very kind again. You guys are so generous tonight. I gotta come repay the favor to Clable here next time he's live tomorrow night. I'm gonna gift him some 5 memberships as well.
Stay high.
Commander over here, I don't think he ever streams, does he? But thank you, Commander. Thank you, Clable. You root against Max? There you have it. The thing I liked about Max Verstappen was like, when I was a kid watching F1, I guess almost a teenager at that point. Max was the kid coming into F1, and it was like almost relatable because it was like, oh, okay, I'm young, he's young. and he's coming in and he's trying to prove everybody wrong and prove that, you know, he can be a Formula One world champion. It's just been, Max is really awesome to just watch his career play out. I've always liked Max. I guess he's only a couple years older than me, I think. What is Max, 28? I think. So he's got a few years on me, but... Kimi's a good one. I like Kimi as well. Yeah, if you're a new F1 fan, I think Kimi is a good choice. I mean,
clear low.
I like his attitude, and I also like his just straight up driving style. Like, Kimi is not afraid, teammate or not, whatever it might be. Kimi is not afraid to get after it. But he also has that mentality of like, I'm not afraid to, he's almost like a slight Verstappen in a way of like, I'm not afraid to make you mad, and like, I'm here to win and do my job, and I'm not really here to make any friends doing it. Kind of like Max. I don't know, it's kind of funny because I'm not a huge fan of Hocevar in NASCAR, who's very much like that, but I love that mentality in F1, like a Verstappen or an Antonelli, where they're just like, I don't care if I make you angry. I'm here to win, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to win. Whereas in NASCAR, you know, that's literally Carson Hocevar, and it gets on my nerves so much in for whatever reason. But in F1, I'm like, yes, like, we need more of that. But I mean, still, I mean, there's many drivers I like outside of those two. I like Lewis, I like Charles, but, you know, they're not like my top guys, not even close. What year did you start watching NASCAR and F1? NASCAR 2009. F1, I didn't get into F1 until about 2015 properly. Like, I knew of F1, and I had already liked Sebastian Vettel. I was like, yep, that guy's cool. And then basically the year that he went to Ferrari was like the year that I became a fan of him, or not fan of him, fan of F1. Hocevar wrecked your driver Bell earlier in the season, so you haven't been a Hocevar fan this season. Fair. Who hasn't he wrecked? Hi, What If? How are you? Nice to see you. What was Claypool saying? William Byron's AI crashed literally the moment Bell took the white flag. Oh, you spent all stage 1 and 2 driving up to 3rd. Wait, what was your AI at? What was your AI at, Claypool? Were you running 105 or did you run it lower? Because, man, 105 has been a grind here. Least favorite driver in F1. It's a toss-up between George or Lando. There's something about George and Lando both that literally as soon as they came into F1, the vibe and the aura was not good for me, from my perspective. I've never been a fan of either of them. Yeah, I'm not huge on Lance either. Yeah, I'll put Lance in there. What's wrong with George? I just never liked his attitude. I don't know, I've always been kind of rubbed the wrong way by the attitude he has. Like he said earlier this year, he was like, well, if I had gone to Mercedes 2 years earlier, I would have been a multi-time world champion already. And I'm like, I just don't like when drivers talk about themselves like that. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Or like in 2021 where I remember when he got the podium in Spa, or was it not a podium, sorry, points. He got his first points or whatever. Or was it a podium? Did he get a podium in 2021 at Spa? I can't remember. But he got whatever it was, and then he was like, it doesn't matter how you do it, you know? It doesn't matter how it happens, you know? It's the result that matters. And then a few months later when Lewis got robbed of the championship, he was throwing a big fit, and I'm like, well, you're going directly against what you said just a few months ago. I just don't like his attitude. That's long story short. Not a fan of George's attitude. It just rubs me the wrong way, that's all. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there it is, Dev the Dude, man. Oh, man, that was funny. Yeah, I remember that Spa race. Wasn't that the one where they also gave out half points as well? If I remember correctly? Yeah, it was half points. That 2021 F1 season was by far, I mean, in my opinion, 2021 F1 was the best season I've watched of any form of motorsports in my life. It was incredible. I wish we could go back and watch that all over again play out, because it was just insane. From race 1 to race whatever, 22, 23, all the way to the end. There's my dad. My dad likes to claim that I'm a Lando Norris fan. Yeah, you got a point there, Neptune. He was going to Mercedes, so he kind of needed to be biased there. You're not wrong. Do you think Raja has a shot at making the chase? How many more races, or is he only in the JRM car from here on out, or not? Or does he have another race still in that other car, in the 32 or whatever? Because if he's in a JRM car from here on out, I could definitely see I could definitely see him make the... It is JRM? He could definitely make the chase then, I would say. Yeah, I think he can make it. You just got his Lego helmet? Look at that. I got Oscar's helmet right here. I got Oscar's helmet. I still got to build it, but I got the Oscar one. I really wish they had a Max Lego helmet. I was hoping they'd have a Max one, but
one on the bottom.
There is none yet. Man, F1 though is killing NASCAR in the merge game, by the way. They do so much cool stuff like Lego or just merch in general. 2013, you know, Cashinero. I never got to experience 2013. Or 2012 was a great one, right? 2012 Formula One, I always heard was a great season. I would like to go. I want to go back and just watch all those like old F1 seasons that I never got to see or experience. I don't know. Is there like full races on YouTube? I wonder, of the old like 2012, 2013 seasons. Because if there is, I'd definitely be interested in watching. 2016 was a good one. NASCAR's 10 to 15. Yeah, you know, as we keep talking about the 10 to 15 years, Clavel. Yes. Yeah, F1's worldwide. But like for me, like here in Canada, like 15 years ago when I was just a little kid, I would walk into like Walmart and someone just sent me a friend request on Xbox. But I would walk into Walmart like when I was a little kid, and like Formula One, at least here in Canada, was never even heard of. No one knew what F1 was. But you could find NASCAR stuff no problem at Walmart. You'd find the diecast, you'd find shirts, you'd find whatever. And now it's the opposite. I mean, you go into Walmart now and it's like, at least here in Canada, I can't speak for the US, but here in Canada, I go into Walmart, I've seen one piece of NASCAR merch in Walmart in the last 5 years, and that was a hoodie. Outside of that, it's F1 is everywhere. I can go in and I can go get an F1 diecast right off the shelf. I can get my F1 cards. I can get the Lego. Oh, they're just killing it. F1 is killing it right now. The Bubba Wallace Big Mac combo. And as well, like the diecast that you can get for F1 are like the same size. Hold on, I have one right here. Hold on. I got this one right here. I got this diecast right here at Walmart. Max Verstappen. The wheel just fell off. The wheel just fell off the car. That was not supposed to happen. I don't know where it went. The wheel just fell off. But like I got that for like it was like $25. Like that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But the wheel's gone. Where did it go? Where did the wheel go? That's a problem. Hold on, just a sec. Oh, I see it. I see it. We got the wheel back. There it is, right there. Well, that was awkward. That was, I think that was a 2024 Verstappen Commander. It's kind of hard to tell with Red Bull though, because they ran the same livery for all the years. You just kind of have to look at like the side pods and stuff like that. Justin, I'm the same way. I have to get every NASCAR diecast online. There's nothing here in Canada anymore. There used to be like dedicated NASCAR diecast stores near where I lived. They all since like shut down, and they're not even a thought anymore. But every year, my local fair has like a NASCAR booth where I can get some diecasts. They're a little bit more expensive because they got to get them from the U.S. and stuff, but like there's still at least once a year basically I get to at least get a couple diecasts. Mechanical failure. There's only like one diecast that I'm looking at getting next year for NASCAR, and that's assuming Denny Hamlin retires next year. I want to make sure I get the last race diecast, you know, like a race version of it. That's like the only diecast I'm really having my eyes on of I want to get for at least on the NASCAR side. I also want to get a Supercars diecast. I would love to get like a Brock Feeney car at some point. Yeah, Cashinero, you're still relatively new to being in NASCAR fandom, aren't you? When did you become a NASCAR fan again? I forget. But Cashinero is pretty fresh in terms of being into NASCAR. Or when Denny wins it all this year. Oh, well, yeah. If Denny won the championship this year, definitely would get that diecast. Oh, man. I am not ready to watch Denny Hamlin retire yet. I really wish he'd stick around, but at the same time, I also don't want him to do that thing where he stays too long and then he starts to suck. I'm going to go past you. Thank you. Caution's out with 41 to go.
Pit road is open.
But yeah, I don't want Denny to stick around too long and then he's just not good anymore. And then he's kind of pulls a Jimmy where he spent 2 or 3 years kind of being mid. I don't want that. Why aren't you winning? I tell you what, Landon Castle fan, we are hanging on tonight. I don't want to pit now because then we would kind of ruin it. We'd just destroy everybody. Because the AI have that pretty bad pit logic. I do watch V8 Supercars, yes. I love the V8 Supercars. I do believe if Denny does retire after next year, I would imagine he would do a few starts like with his own team. You know, like you think he might want to do another Daytona 500 or something like that. Is that Dylan Gooden?
Green. Inside door.
That is Dylan Gooden. I'm pretty sure that's Dylan Gooden. The Landon Castle fan, I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah, it is him. Dang it, Dylan. Oh, I'm loose.
Clear low if you want it.
Shout out Landon. If you're an actual Landon Castle fan, what's his favorite? What's Landon Castle's favorite Chainsmokers song? I feel like Landon actually told me that once, but I don't remember what it is now.
Car high.
He's gonna be like closer or something. We don't talk about music. Oh,
You're all clear.
oh, it's so loose.
One up high.
It is so loose.
One up high.
The brake yard. Oh, the brake yard. Man, Denny It's so sad Denny's not won the Brickyard yet. He's been
Clear
so
high.
close to. I mean, this year, I mean, he had it right there until that final restart. I mean, he took it away from Heim, and then Heim took it back.
Stay high.
Oh man, that was difficult. That was a difficult one to watch.
Clear inside.
Oh well, he's got one
Outside.
more shot. He's got one more shot. Maybe he'll pull it off. I don't know. We'll see.
Stay low.
All you got to do is get the lead. You don't need to be the fastest car. You know, you just got to be
Clear outside.
out in front of
Outside
everybody.
now.
Welcome back, Matthew.
Clear high. You want it. Inside.
It'll be nice just to have some racing back this weekend now as well. We got NASCAR and IndyCar. F1 still on the
Clear
summer
low.
break for a few more weeks. I don't even. Where does F1 go when they come back? I don't even know. Is it Hungary? No, because we just did Hungary. Is it Spa? Did we already do Spa? We already did Spa, didn't we? I can't remember now. My mind is off the goop. Zandvoort.
Outside.
Who won Spa? Oh, that was Kimi, right?
Hold your line. One up high.
And I think this is the last Dutch Grand Prix for a
Clear
while
high,
too.
you
I think
want
Zandvoort's off the calendar next year as well. Do you prefer the wheel you're using now or an actual NASCAR wheel? This one here. I've just gotten so used to it. If Hamlin would retire in 28, y'all thinking he makes his final run in the 500 as a part-time driver? I would think so, yeah. I would think so. I would not be surprised by that.
Inside. You're all clear.
I think he could. I think you'll see him in some crown jewels for sure. Daytona, maybe even the. Would Denny Hamlin want to do a Coke 600 again after he retires? I don't know if he'd go that far, but thoughts on Aston Martin?
One outside.
There it is. You know, actually though, a
Car
real
inside.
talk about Aston Martin.
3 wide.
Fernando Alonso did kind of show up with some more
Outside
pace
now.
with those upgrades that they brought in Hungary.
Hold your line. Clear low if you want it.
Obviously, they're still like way off, but
Clear outside.
they're getting somewhere. You know, that's the main thing. They're getting somewhere. Think Hamlin retires from full time after next year, but he'll pull a Johnson and run part time for a few years. Yeah, I
Clear
could see
inside.
that. Definitely. Should check out the 2005 Sandown 500 between Craig Lowndes and Scafie.
One up high.
You were there for that one, first supercars race that your mom took
All
me and
clear.
your three brothers to.
One high.
2005 Sandown 500. Is the full race on YouTube?
Stay low.
I
You're all
every
clear.
once in a while I like to put on some old supercars races, just
One high.
because supercars is like the motorsport I watch that I'm like the least knowledge
Clear high
on the
if you want
history of. So I do like to put on some old supercars races just so I can try to build up
Outside now.
my knowledge bank a bit more
Clear.
and get to understand, you know, some of these old greats. Did you watch the Perth races? Bon Jovi fan?
Inside now.
TBA, Dev the Dude Man. Or
Still
TBD,
there.
we'll say to be determined. To be
Clear low.
determined. We have an idea as well. Did I tell you guys? I don't know if I told you guys about this idea. So I told Telcontar about this a few days ago. I'm looking at doing some like 100% length races on Heat 5 with like the 2004 mod that we were going to have. Which I think would be really cool.
One low. Stay high.
You did watch the Perth race. The Perth races were pretty solid. I enjoyed them. They weren't the best races, but
Clear low if you want it.
I didn't leave disappointed. That's for sure. They were solid. I really like Brock Feeney, so he had a good weekend. Nice to see them kind of have a step forward again because, you know, they kind of started out the year hot at Triple Eight, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. So, I mean, Will Brown still needs to find some speed, but Feeney definitely got back to where they kind of needed to be there this weekend, or this past weekend. But, I mean, it's going to be hard to beat, you know, Matt Payne and Kai Allen. They've been doing really good. We've got, oh my God, I didn't realize we're coming up on 20 to go here. I'll DM you as soon as I am ready to do one of those races, tell Contar. We'll get it sorted, we'll get it figured out. I think it'll be a really fun idea to do like 2004 races in 100% form. You know, like the what was it called? The Coke Zero 400 for Daytona. You know, where they had like the battle between like the Coca-Cola drivers and then Jeff Gordon in the Pepsi car. Like that would be a kind of a fun race and challenge to do, where like I raced as like Jeff Gordon and we're trying to, you know, win the Pepsi 400 against all the Coke drivers. I think that'd be really fun for a stream.
One up high. Clear outside.
Could probably turn that into a video as well. I think that'd be cool. We'll see. Ryan Blaney, by the way, has just driven away. He's gone.
Clear high.
He is hoping for no more cautions. I don't think it's going to matter. He's kind of dominated this race from start to finish.
Outside.
Christopher Bell here in 14th.
Clear outside.
I think Bell is going to be a threat this weekend as well.
Outside now.
He's going to win soon. Just a matter of not if, but when.
Clear outside.
How about Josh Berry
Car
up
high.
there in 13th as well, having like
Clear
a
high.
fantastic run. Carson, how are you? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a nice night. New Hampshire, yeah, New Hampshire is a great opportunity for Christopher. Did he win last year? And was last year the rain race at New Hampshire, or was that the year before? Because I know he won the rain race, but I can't remember if that was okay. It wasn't last year. Who won last year? Was it a Penske guy? Blaney. Okay, it was Blaney. I don't remember that at all. I can remember Blaney winning, but the actual race I have no memory of. The New Hampshire, the rain race though, where Bell won that one, that was such a cool race. Yeah, Barry. Oh, I remember the race now because yeah, Barry ran good. SVG was running good. That was the one where Keselowski on the restart drove into the inside wall and then wrecked SVG, and then SVG earlier in the race took out the 21. I remember. But that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else after that, but there was some wild moments in that race. You were at the rain race in person. It was crazy. I can imagine. It was so cool. Like, they had to all search around for, you know, the different lines. And, like, I mean, you had guys running up top. You had guys running down on the apron. Like, they were all over the racetrack. It was just so cool. Such a very unique experience. I just love that kind of stuff. You were there last year? Are you going to be there this year as well? Try the high line. Roy, I'd go backwards if I'll show you though. Watch this. If I go up here, it gets so bumpy up here. I mean, it's bumpy in general, but ew, it's so loose. But there, I mean, the 43 is already on me. Yeah, the top just doesn't. This is one of the few tracks in this game where the top just does not work. Whereas, like, almost every other track, the top is kind of the way to go. New Hampshire is the most meh track. I mean, New Hampshire's not bad, usually. It's usually kind of like a neutral race. Like, it's not bad, but it's not usually, like, anything crazy. I feel like that would probably be one of the ones that's better to watch in person compared to TV, you know? Hopefully you haven't got tickets yet. Well, hopefully you get to go. See Bell win, maybe. I think Christopher is going to be... I'd write it down right now. That's where Christopher is going to win, though. That'd be my bet. Any race is a lot better in person. Maybe not a road course. Maybe not a road course, though. Because, like, the road courses, you're not seeing everything. Whereas, like, TV, you get to see, like, everything. I feel like that'd probably be the one exception.
You're all clear.
I don't think I would ever want to go to a road course race in person. I say that if NASCAR came to Montreal, I'd get tickets immediately, but I wouldn't want to like make it a regular thing. You know, I'd like rather go to an oval on a regular basis. Watkins Glen's not bad. They have TV. I mean, I guess if they got TV screens everywhere, then it's probably fine. It's pretty meh coming from someone who goes, but it's fun. I'd imagine just the event itself, right, is, I mean, kind of like Michigan. I went to Michigan a few years ago. We got a caution. Oh my God, 6 laps to go and we got a caution. But like Michigan was kind of like it was an all right race from what we saw, but like the actual event itself was just like the fun part. Oh yeah, Charlotte Roval. I didn't even, yeah, Charlotte Roval would be a fun one to actually attend. You would see everything there. Hi Caleb, how are you? Lackluster race, yeah. There's kind of, I feel like we're going to have a few lackluster races coming up. Like Iowa shouldn't really be anything crazy. Richmond's probably not going to be anything crazy. New Hampshire. And then Daytona, which is obviously going to be very different. But next year will be 20 years since you attended your first race. What was your first race, Matthew? I agree with that. Yeah, when there's multiple people who actually have dominant cars, it can be fun. I feel like, yeah, New Hampshire is a track, for whatever reason, like, it's usually, like, one car hits it, and that's the car. And, you know, you don't really see much else happen. New Hampshire's always kind of had that vibe. I mean, it can happen anywhere, but feels like, yeah, New Hampshire is very common for that.
There's the green flag.
All right, how many laps do we have left? It's got to be like 3? 2 or 3?
2 to go.
2. Can Ryan Blaney hold on? Or, oh, that's Hamlin that's gotten up there. And Logano. Oh my God, I'm about to cause overtime.
Outside.
Oh, baby. Come on. How about Allgaier up here as well? Coming to the final lap. Blaney is leading. Logano is there. I am turning right to go left at this point. Here comes Gilly.
White flag right here.
Logano's right there. If Blaney, oh my God, is Logano is he gonna steal the win? Logano might actually steal it right here in turn 3. He's there. He's there to the inside. Logano through 3 and off turn 4. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Blaney got it. Blaney got it. 15th for us. I thought Blaney actually was gonna choke that away. That would have been the most Logano thing you've ever seen. Blaney won by 7 1,000ths of a second over the 22. Logano was that close to just stealing it right at the line. That would have been hilarious. Blaney led so many laps right there. You think there'll be a crazy finish this year? We're at New Hampshire or Iowa? You're going to Iowa, says Code Guru. It's a track with good racing, but everything they do off track is really cool to do in person. Well, I hope you have fun. I haven't been to a NASCAR race since let me think. Yeah, 2024 August with Michigan. Bowman ends up a lap down. Briscoe 2 laps down. Bubba 2 laps down. Hocevar 2 laps down. And McDowell 3 laps now. What scale? If I was to get a Brock Feeney diecast, it'd probably, I don't even know what scale they do in supercars. I'd probably do a 124. I've looked at supercars diecast before, and they are so expensive for getting them like in Canada, anyways. Like insane. Because I was gonna buy, I wanted to buy Austin Cindric's supercar that he raced at Adelaide last year after the NASCAR season, but it was so expensive. I was like, oh my god! Like before the shipping, I was like, yep, I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Well, there we have it, everybody. 15th, not bad. We kind of ran around 15th all race long. How much is the supercar diecast? Hold on. Let me look. I mean, it could have changed by now, but I'm just gonna do Austin Cindric supercar diecast. Here it is right here. Oh, they're so nice though. Oh my goodness, they are so cool. I love supercars. Well, hold on a minute. This one's not bad at all. What is this on? Anthony's diecast. Never heard of this before. It is $51 for a 1/18 scale. Well, that's not a bad price at all. Oh. This is where they get you. The $50 is a pre-deposit, not the full price. The full price is $300. $300. I think I'm gonna pass. Dang, man. That is insane. And I'm going to imagine that's American, or is that American or is that Australian dollars? Oh, no, that's Australian dollars, I think. Because this is an Australian website. Hold on. What is 300 Australian dollars to CAD? It might even be more. 300 AUD to CAD. Oh, it's a $3 difference. So it's a $297 CAD diecast. What's $300? A supercars diecast. A 1/18 scale supercars diecast of Austin Cindric. I was saying before that I really wanted to buy a diecast, but they're so insanely expensive. And that's before shipping, international shipping. Like, I don't even want to know how much that would eventually cost after the fact. Hey, thank you, Pat Ricky. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And hello, Pibba, as well. You got the Elliott Monster Truck today? The Elliott Monster Truck. I didn't know that was a thing. And Chase, as well, on your question, I love it. I'm very happy to see that's gonna happen. 210 in American dollars. You haven't got you've settled for a 143 scale. How much are the 143 scales? Hold on. One more look. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I see the 143. The 143 scale is $100. That's, I feel like that's still more expensive than a NASCAR diecast, right? Okay, I got this website here. Motor Focus. 143 is $99. So that would basically be like $95 Canadian, which I still feel like. How much is a 124 scale diecast for NASCAR? Do we know? It's got to be like $80, $90, somewhere in there. Let's play a game. Everyone shows their diecast pre-orders. Whoever has the most has to buy Waffle House. Dude, I went to Waffle House when I was in Florida last year, and the lady that was working there was making fun of my like Canadianness, and because I asked for pecans on my waffles, pecans, and she was like, "Say what?" And I was like, "Pecan." I'm like, yeah. And she was like, "Do you mean pecan?" And then I was like, I don't know. I'm just Canadian. And then she was like, well, honey, we don't say it like that here. You got to say it different. I was like, okay, sorry. Pecan it is. NASCAR 124 in CAD ends up, okay, yeah, 120 to 150. But yeah, the 143 scale still $100. What's the small? Is that the smallest scale of a supercars diecast? Is it 143? Because I don't see anything else. Is that the smallest one? Man, I'm gonna get a supercars diecast one day. Maybe you can find some on sale. I'll wait till they go on a sale or something. I remember you, Icy Dog. How are you? Is anyone going to the actual race this weekend? We've had a few people in chat saying they were going to Iowa. You made a couple more schemes on the Gen 4s. Do you want to show them off? Screw it. Yeah, if you want. Heading out. Have a good night. Thank you, Shay Griffin. Have a good night. Have fun at New Hampshire if you get to go. Ariana Grande fans back. Hello to you, Ariana Grande fan. Icy Dog's going to New Hampshire as well. Everyone's going to New Hampshire apparently. Yeah, Mark, we just finished 15th. Repco. Oh, Repco. Oh, okay. Like on the Repco website. Can I go on the Repco website and then get some diecast there? Hold on, Tel Contar sent me some schemes, and these are gonna be like, I'm not gonna say unused because technically, I think there'll be an opportunity to use them in the future through live streams. Let's see. I'll just put it right there. Let me make sure TikTok can also see it this time. All right, let me show you guys Discord. Is it showing? Yes, it is. And there. Look at that. So Contar made these ones right here. Ain't that cool? Rusty Wallace. That one's pretty slick. I like that one. I really like that one right there. The Miller Lite Dodge with the blue and the silver. And then also this one here. Clint Boyer. Check out Clint Boyer. Number 33 AC Delco. That's pretty cool as well. I like that one the most right there though. That one's really cool. So we're gonna find a way to use these as well. Like I said, do some like live streams and stuff. And then if my career ever does pick back up in the future here, you'll definitely see those represented in like the 2004 season as well. Look to buy a 164 Aussie car. They ship to every country. Oh, they don't ship to the USA, really? Odd. You'll be going to Daytona and Darlington this year. Oh, that'll be a good, like, very different, but back to back. Yeah, very different styles of racing, but that would be a cool one. All right, there we have it. Very cool cars right there. Do Watkins Glen. We did Watkins Glen earlier in the year. Yes, that is Mark. Matthew, have a good night. You can show me your scheme. We'll do some like scheme. We'll do some looking at like community schemes as well next week when we do the community clips night. I think we'll do that. I think that'd be kind of fun. I think that's something we're going to do as well. Yeah, tariffs maybe have an effect on that stuff as well. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay, a certain metal, like certain woods that can't leave Australia. That's good to know. Okay. Interesting. See, it's good to have someone like Bon Jovi fan here. Because they're Australian. They actually know. They have actually the knowledge we need about supercars. Some Australian supercars. I've been to one NASCAR race. Yeah, I've been to Michigan in 24. I've only been to a few races in my life. I went to Michigan in 2024 for NASCAR. I went to World of Outlaws like 10 years ago at my local dirt track. I was going to go again just a couple weeks ago, but it rained out, unfortunately. And then I went to the 24 Hours of Daytona last year, and then I think that was it. Yeah, that's pretty sure that's everything. I'm the kind of guy, I'm the kind of person that would usually rather just stay home in the comfort of my couch or whatever and watch a race there. But certainly, if the opportunities are there, I'm like, yeah, I'll go to a race. But typically, I'm like, let's just hang out on the couch and watch the race. Do you think you'll ever go back to Daytona one day? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. The thing for me is like going to like a Daytona is I'm not a huge fan of having to get like if I go to Daytona, I have to go to Toronto. Toronto sucks. The traffic is terrible. So I got to go into Toronto, get on an airplane. I got to fly to another country, navigate an airport in a different country all on my own, which that's just a fear of mine. Being alone in a different country terrifies me. So I have to go through all this crap just so I can watch a race for 4 hours or whatever it might be. Now, if it's different when it was like the 24 Hours at Daytona, because that was, I got to meet my gaming friends that I've known for over 10 years, and also it was a 2-week event. It wasn't like you go there for 3 or 4 hours and it's over. So yeah. But yeah, I don't plan on going to any races soon, basically. No. Do a stream in Assetto Corsa at Watkins Glen and supercars for 100 laps. I really want to, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I have it there, and I don't know if it's going to happen. But I have a channel called Going Supercars. All right. And if it ever works out, man, I want to do supercars content on there. But the thing is, like, I just don't know if the timing is going to ever work out, like if I have the time to do it. It'd be easy because I would just do like live commentary, because I wouldn't be able to sink as much time into a channel like that as I can into this channel and the F1 channel. But it is there just in case I end up deciding to do it, because it would only be, like I said, it wouldn't be like these crazy story mode, career modes. It would be all live commentaries that are just edited into simple videos, because those are easy to make. And that's if I was going to commit to a third channel, which I've tried to before multiple times and it's never really worked out. Mainly because anytime I've tried a third channel is because I was trying something different, and then I kind of lost interest in it pretty quick. Whereas supercars, it'd be a little bit different, I think, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe in the future. I want to do something with supercars, because I really like supercars, and like I really like being able to utilize making YouTube videos as showing my passion for like racing that I like. So we'll see. I think it might happen at some point. I'll drop a link in the Discord. Yeah, I'll put a link in there. Don't you? I'll put it in there right now. I'll put it in the YouTube chat. It's the most basic channel you'll ever see. There's literally nothing to it. I don't even have a picture on it yet, but it is there. It does exist. How do I share the channel? Never mind, I figured it out. Copy link. Maybe I'll change the name if I actually start posting on it, but as of right now, it is just called Going Supercars. Here you go. I think that's... There you go, right there. There's a link for it. What color? I'd probably do orange, because like Repco Supercars is orange, so I'd probably do orange. You're going to Iowa. Well, I hope you have fun, Knoxville. Knoxville Raceway. Can I go full camera? Why is this not working? I was trying to go full camera, but the button is not working. Let me just do it manually. Hi. I shaved my face, by the way. Look at this. Harvick fans, the first sub. I lost count, Sean. I'm not going to make an IndyCar channel. I think IndyCar will be okay on this channel. I think we have to keep... I think we can keep IndyCar on the Going channel. based off of how the IndyCar videos that I've already done have performed, it seems like when I posted F1, on this channel, it did terrible. And the best decision I've made was separating the two into different channels, and that's worked out well. But IndyCar performs well on the NASCAR channel. So as long as they both perform okay, I'm going to keep them both together. That's for sure. However, Supercars, when I've done Supercars on this channel, it hasn't done very well. But Supercars also is smaller, like way smaller than NASCAR and whatnot. So it would obviously not perform as well. But I do think even though Supercars is just like, it's like an Australian NASCAR almost, I think it's still a little bit too different. So I think that would also benefit from its own kind of channel. You like the display? Shout out to my dad. He made it all on his own. There's another one over there. You can't see it, but there's another one over there that he made. That one doesn't have any lights or anything, but this one's got all the lights in it. So, shout out to my dad. Fast Jacob, hello to you. How are you? You think Cletus Xfinity car will be in NASCAR 26? Oh, bet on it. Yeah, it'll be there. I wonder when they're going to do the roster reveal for NASCAR 26. Maybe next week. Maybe. I know I can count on you, Harvick fan. At some point I'll get around to it. I just need to time. I need to schedule things better if I was going to commit to it, which I can definitely do. And I would probably do the same approach of like the F1 channel where I like pre-make a whole bunch of videos, and then that way it's just ready to roll out and go. Because I want to do like a career mode, but like I said, it wouldn't be able to have these big storylines just because I just wouldn't have enough time for that. But if it was just live commentary videos for career mode, I think I could pull it off. And then we would also do some other kind of stuff, but maybe also some supercars iRacing or something. But I'll be popping in Discord, yes. That's fair. The host of our fan base could be difficult to deal with, Kyle Busch fan. I know that feeling. My opinion on the Clash being back at Daytona. I don't care what the Clash is, but I'm looking forward to it at Daytona. I don't care where they take the Clash. I'm going to watch anyways. You couldn't type on any stream for like 4 minutes. Well, it looks like you can now, at least. Welcome back. What's the rarest diecast I have? I don't know. Ow. I don't know. Is it Jeff Gordon T-Rex car rare? I don't know. I don't think it is. I have some like really old Alan Cole wiki cars. Those are probably not rare. Oh wait, hold on. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I have a Dale Jr. one that's like. Oh, I think I see it. Hold on, I think I see it. What wheel? I race on the Moza FSR wheel. Good wheel. What's your favorite Kyle Busch scheme? The 2015 M&M's car, the green one. At RCR, the old 3Chi car, the 3CHI, if I said that right, 3Chi. The one that he had his last win at Gateway with. All right, let me see if this is... I think I see the car. I got this diecast long time ago from this guy that my dad worked with was selling his NASCAR stuff. Hold on, let me see. I could have sworn it was only like one of a very specific amount, unless I'm just remembering it wrong, because I don't... There that goes again. I think I'm remembering it wrong because I don't see anything on here that would Oh wait, okay, never mind. It's a way larger number than I thought. As a kid, I was like, "Holy crap!" No, it's one of 7,900 made, but it's still a cool diecast though. It's Dale Jr. Mom and Pops number 31. What year? Is it 2000? Looks like it. Says 1999 maybe? No, 1996. 1996. Let me show this up close and personal. Look at that one. That one's pretty cool. I never opened this one. All the like old stuff I got, I never really opened very much of it. But it's pretty cool. Definitely not rare. I for some reason had a false memory that it was rare. Definitely not rare. But it's still cool. Still a cool car. Definitely a fan of that one. I don't really usually collect any classic stuff because I'm not much of a classic person for like anything, so I never really care. I'm very guilty of never really caring about the history of sports because I'm like, why would I care about the history when I'm more interested about what the future looks like for a sport than the past of a sport. But I did not win the race. No, we finished 15th. It was bad. You got the box signed by Dale Jr. We have a lot of the same favorite sport teams like the Lightning for NHL and David Malukas for IndyCar. W. Let's go Tampa. Did I show you guys the Lego? I did show you the Lego I made. You can also see it back there. Oh, no, you can't. There's the Lego up there, but I showed you guys a few days ago. Yeah, there's nothing really else that I would consider even close to rare. A lot of cool die casts, but nothing like rare. That's for sure. Did you finish the helmet? No, I haven't even started the helmet. Still in the box. We still gotta build another car, a small Alpine. I do got the Garage 56 diecast is probably my favorite diecast ever. You can't see it, but it's sitting back there. I need to get that one in frame or something. Yeah, you can't see it. Or can you? Maybe you can see the very edge of it right there, maybe? I can't tell, but yeah, you can't tell. But that one's a cool. I don't know if it'd be rare, but it's cool. I love that one. I think so, Kyle Busch fan. I don't think Larson's really in his head. I think he's just trying too hard to make up for the lack of speed at Hendrick right now. I think that's the problem. So they'll get there. How are you, Nash Chevy, as well? Welcome on in. But with that, I think that's a good spot to end tonight's stream. So we will be live again tomorrow, and we're doing NASCAR 25 PC lobbies tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Clable. Your diecast collection is mostly Gen 4s and 7s. Most of my collection is Gen 6. That's probably 90% of my collection is all Gen 6 stuff. Also, a little bit of the Car of Tomorrow stuff, because that's when I got, that's when I was introduced to NASCAR, was Car of Tomorrow. So I have a decent amount of Car of Tomorrow, actually. A little bit of Gen 4 that I can see just from here. But mainly Gen 6, and then a bit of Car of Tomorrow. And then next gen is very limited. I don't have many, because that was right when kind of NASCAR diecast and stuff kind of fell off in Canada and stuff. And so, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of next gen stuff. Yeah, Creator Series is off, yes. So it'll be back next week. And I think we have 2 more races, 2 or 3, hopefully 2. I am ready to be done the Creator Series. The fun kind of died in that league very quickly. W Wizard on the finishes there. What did you miss? You didn't really miss much. We had a caution right at the end of that race in Iowa. Ryan Blaney nearly choked the win to Logano, but he held on. Well, would you look who we have here? How are you, Devin? We got the same last name. Hi, Devin. But if you just showed up, we're just about to end here. I was just thinking if I had any other diecast to show you guys, but Not really. Nothing I haven't. Actually, hold on. Let me show you. Let me look at real quick. Oh, you're Dev the Dude Man. Oh, you're Dev the Dude Man on TikTok. I see. You never told me we had the same last name. Oh, I found a cool one. I found a cool one. I gotta feel cool. I got a few cool diecasts here. Hold on. Definitely tell Contour. Absolutely spitting on that one. All right. Remember when I told you guys about these old diecasts I have? There's scenarios where I don't even know who they are. Now this one, I did not win. No, I finished 15th. This one here is a cool one. This is actually Daryl Waltrip from... I don't think it says a year. Bro, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Why does this keep doing this? Come on. All right. I got this one. The number 17. I don't know what year that is. Maybe one of you guys can help me with that. This one's pretty cool. It's a shame the lighting is so awkward. But you can kind of make it out. It's not focusing very well. Honestly, the further back, the better. If I hold it lower, yeah, that's probably the best angle you're going to get of it. It's like down here. That one's cool. I don't know what year it is, but it's cool. But then, like I said, I've got these other drivers. I literally have no idea who some of these drivers are. Here's a great example. I see an autograph, but I can't make out whose autograph that is. It is number 75. Number 75. Look down there. You see that? Can anyone tell me who this is? I have no clue. It's a sharp-looking car, but I have no clue who that is. And it just doesn't outright say their name. It just shows an autograph, and I can't really read cursive writing. So I genuinely have not a clue who that could be. My dad is going to bed. He's saying goodnight. Hold on. Figgy Earnhardt. Rick Mast? Is that who it is, Rick Mast? I'll take your word for that. All right, hold on. Another cool one here. This one is 1999. Does it say how many? I don't know. It's cool either way. That one's cool. Rest in peace. Alan Kulwicki. Look at that. That's cool. I like this one. That's a nice one right there. I do. My dad, to be fair to my dad, he was also up. He had to drive my mom home from the hospital this morning, so he didn't get home till like 6 in the morning. And then he only slept for a few hours, so that's why he's so tired already. Now, the last one I'll show... Man, there's so much dust on this. But this is the last one I'll show here. This one, I think my sister got this for me one year. If I remember correctly, my sister got this. This is Jeff Gordon's 1999 Daytona 500 win. And it's like a raced version. I feel like I've shown this before. That one's really cool. And he actually got like Jeff Gordon, like a little character, little dude here, holding up the Daytona 500 trophy. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. Could you imagine if we got stuff like this now? Oh, man. That is epic. As a Jeff Gordon fan, I wasn't even born when this happened. But it's cool because, the only time I'm interested in collecting, like, old stuff is if it's Jeff Gordon. That one's cool. I was a big fan of that one. But I think that's pretty well it. Yeah, I would say so. I got more stuff I can show, but we'll do that another time. Yeah, I think it'd sell good too. No stream bots. No bots today. It'd take Lionel 5 years to make it. Yep. And then they'll charge an insane price for it. I wonder how much that would have been. I wonder how much this would have cost in 1999, I wonder. Or how much it would cost now if they made a new version like of a Daytona, like a William Byron Daytona win. I think my sister got this for like $20, I think, wherever she got it. I'm pretty sure it was her that bought it for me. Or my mom. It was one of them. What's my headset? I don't know. EPOS. EPEOS is, I know the brand name, I think. EPOS. Or am I getting that complete? Oh, EPOS, not EPOS. EPOS. Oh, I found it. I found it. Well, it's the first thing I come across, and it's the same one, I think. It is the H6 Pro. EPOS Audio H6 Pro. Dang, it's like $350 now. That is insane. I know I didn't pay that much for it, but when I first got it like 3 years ago. All right. We should wrap things up now. What wheel? I used the Motza FSR wheel on the Motza R12 base. You can't see the base, but wheel here. Motza FSR, Motza R12 on the base. It is a direct drive wheel. But that is going to do it for me. We will be back tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will do PC lobbies on NASCAR 25 with Clable. Maybe Dylan Gooden hopefully will join us as well. Maybe a few more people. And then Thursday, we will have Roblox. That's right, Roblox with Clable. Backstretch battles on Thursday. Friday, Stream Car. Saturday, we'll have Nitro with the IndyCar League at Gateway for the first oval on the little 5-race season. I'm excited for that one. Hopefully we do all right. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what to expect there, but Joshua, have a good night. I'll pop in Discord here shortly. I might go have a snack. I kind of want a snack. I deserve a snack, a cookie or something. I'm gonna go get like a cookie, and then I'll pop in Discord. And then we'll be back tomorrow. NASCAR 25 Career Mode comes out tomorrow. If you're a member, you'll get it here in a few hours. And then on Thursday, I might do a BeamNG video. Friday, we're going to do the NASCAR 26 Q&A summary into a video. And then I don't really know what the schedule is for beyond that. Maybe another NASCAR 25 Career Mode for Saturday, because I do have to get that rolling out pretty fast to make sure it's done before 26 comes out. Fast Jacob, have a good night. Exist as well. Always take care. Thank you, Wizard. My mom's doing good now. Everything seems to be all right. So hopefully it stays that way. She seems to be in good shape, thankfully. Code Guru, take care. That's a different one, I think. Harvick fan, because I saw that one. I think. Well, actually, maybe not. Well, okay, hold on. Audio open acoustic. Oh, mine's the closed acoustic. I don't know why there's such a difference in price. Make sure it's the closed acoustic one. Deb the Dude Man, take care as well. You have a good night. Are you kidding me? It's staying. Okay. Prosper, Texas, 30,000. That's right. Have a good night, Moneymaker. It is like that, Telcontar. We're going to see that a lot tomorrow night, I'm sure. All right. You guys take care. Thank you, as always, for being the greatest community in NASCAR. And I will see you all tomorrow. We'll have some more fun. We'll do some NASCARing, and we'll try to win some more races. And I will see you guys then, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.